Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast. Can you believe what this has become?
There was a full 48 hours where I felt like I was like literally Superman.
Jumbo loves playing Fortnite, so he gets on the sticks.
Did TR show you the sauna cycle, or was that all
No, I invented that.
Almost a year now that I haven't taken a body check. That's kind of nice.
Finished tonight with some chicken fingers and a few Guinnesses right into you guys. And that's where this pod came to life.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Dan Powers. On the sticks, you're going to love his cinematic eye and obscure film references almost as much as his charming smile and his beautiful accent. Sean Buffini, how we doing?
Good. Still in Ireland. Still have the big Irish flag behind me like I'm in an IRA ransom video or something, but...
That's what we love to see. And then over here, my co-host, you're going to learn to deal with his perpetual horniness, as well as the fact that he's a hoarder, Chris Powers.
As always, forever. And there's nothing wrong with either of those things, Dan. There's nothing wrong with being horny, and there's nothing wrong with being a hoarder. I'm a lot of H things.
I'm cool
realizing.
with the horniness. Being a hoarder, we might need to work on.
Yeah, well... We are working on it. We are.
Well, we've got a big episode, folks. We're going to get into tons of stuff. We're going to get into the Team USA Olympic roster projections. We've got some World Junior stuff to touch on, some stuff in the league as the NHL is back after the Christmas break. And we're also going to talk about the wild ride that was the finale of Heated Rivalry. How fun was that? We haven't seen you guys since Christmas, which was wild. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas to you two. And we went through the nice holiday, and then we did get a beautiful connection on Friday with all of the fans and all of the people as we did the live stream for the finale of Heated Rivalry. And we just have to say, that was the most fun thing ever.
Dude, we have done some bingos. We play some live stream bingo. We've done lives in the playoffs. Watching first periods or whatever, and they're always great. I love the the crew we always had on those lives. But man, that Friday stream of the finale was a special experience. It was, you know what's fucking crazy, dude? We have done lives during playoff NHL games where it's high stakes, high tension, and I'm riding the wave, and that was nothing compared to the roller coaster of emotions I was going on during the finale of Heated Rivalry. Oh man, dude, that was insane.
I felt like that was, we had so many moments and so many. First of all, love you and thank you to everyone who joined in on the live because it was so fun. We had so many moments, however, where I was telling you to shut up, Chris, because I was like, I'm trying to watch the show. And so many DMs were like, oh, my God, I was yelling it too. But then also so many people were like, no, it's amazing. It's making it so much better. And I'm now like, I feel like I need to watch every show I'm invested in now with a live audience because it was so fucking fun. And the chat and the commentary was incredible.
It was absolutely insane. I mean, I think at one point we had like 12 or 13,000 concurrent viewers, which was like insane to think of at all that they'd be interested in watching us watch a show. But I mean, and then there was like, I keep seeing like clips of me on Instagram and TikTok, and clips of you guys on Instagram and TikTok, and it's just like kind of insane that this is like taken off in the way that it did.
I know. Sean, that one clip of you standing up and knocking your hat off in just utter shock is that part as good as it gets.
Ridiculous. And the also, Dan, I saw someone say that we should have merch that says "Shut up, Chris." Like there should be a t-shirt that just says "Shut up, Chris."
That is so good.
That's so funny. And then the modem, dude, the full crash. Like right before, right after the walk-in, but before we got to the parents' house, like the internet, my internet going out, everything crashing. I was watching back, like you guys talking with my frozen face, and I'm like having. Remember, Dan? You were like, look at how much I'm sweating. I'm having like a panic attack in the house trying to get back on because to your point, Sean, I'm like, dude, there are people counting on this. There are people watching. We got to get back. Oh, dude, that was chaos.
There was definitely a part of that show that was worse for it to have frozen, but that might have been like the second worst part of the whole episode.
Yeah.
For you to have frozen, because it was like right at the end. We had like 7 minutes left, and everyone was freaking out. It was great.
It was actually lucky that it was. You have again spoiler, but you have David walking in, and then you have the interaction with the parents, right? And interrupting either of these moments would have been a nightmare. But there was this tiny space in between, like right before Shane walked outside, and that's when it froze. And I was like, you know what, dude? of all the needle threads, like this was actually a nice little cliffhanger. Yeah, just sit on this for a few minutes. We pulled it off, dude. Man, I want to go back. I want to go back in time and do it again.
I do too. It was so fun. But because of that, to the OG Netters fans and some of these new Netters fans, which is amazing. As many of you know, all of us are in the film and TV industry. We love that. So definitely going to be more of that on the show. We're going to find new TV shows and series to break down. We've talked about books and stuff like that, but dabbling into the entertainment space, doing breakdowns and reviews and stuff like that, both as separate videos and on the pod is definitely going to be. We got to start
doing breakdown and reviews of the Dan and Chris Thirst Trap videos. I did not expect those to be a thing.
Make a compilation. Yeah, absolutely.
Chris is a fan fiction now.
Yeah, it's true. You and Svetlana, Chris.
And hey, what is AO? Is it AO3 or is A0? What is it?
A0.
I don't know. Something.
There's that
something
thing.
Like
yeah,
that.
What is that? Like somebody I kept seeing comments like when Chris finds out about what A03 or AO3 is, he's gonna lose it. And I was like, I can't wait to see what that is. And then somebody said there's one done.
Isn't that the name of Elon Musk's son?
For this stuff.
Dude, me and him are gonna be boys.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
But it's a site where they post fan fictions
for anything, or just for heated rivalry.
No, I think it's like anything. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
I want to write some. Like I got to go read mine, but I also got to write some.
Yeah, we've got a deep dive. There's no other option. It's unbelievable. But this journey has been a blast, and we're gonna keep it going. And for now, we're going to jump into this episode and get into everything we need to talk about, which, by the way, includes an amazing Craig Smith interview.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable NHL career. Craig just announced his retirement, and we had a blast chatting with him, so you get to enjoy that as well.
And I'll add for hockey stuff, too, the not just entertainment, but per your all suggestions, we want to do some like intro to hockey videos, how to pick a team to root for, stuff like that. Just to be like, hey, welcome to this awesome sport that we also love so much, and will let us be your Sherpas through the great game of hockey, and we'll take you on this journey with us too, as a return the favor.
Yeah, and make sure again, some of the big time hockey fans, as we do those videos, if you have any reasons for new fans to root for your team, send them our way. We got to pump up each of these teams as well as possible. As we said, a lot to get into this episode, so let's jump right into hot ice, and there is no hotter ice than the ice beneath the blades of the Buffalo Sabres. Christopher, the Sabres are on an 8-game heater. This team, I mean, did I call this? I feel like I don't want to get cocky because I've gotten cocky about the Sabres in the past, and it has jinxed them. So we're not talking about the Sabres. Sabres fans, you remember this. We're not talking about the Sabres. But I do want to say, about a month ago, before Jarmo got put in charge, I said we need to change the linguistic programming about the Buffalo Sabres. We always were going, it's a disaster. They need to blow it up. They need to do this. They need to do that.
They're taking shots in heated rivalry, dude.
Yes, dude. And I was like, we need to change the narrative. We need to start being nice to Buffalo, because look at this. Look at the Bills. Tough loss for them. But look at the Bills, and look at how people love them and how people rally around them. So I was like, we got to do that for the Sabres. Then Jarmo comes in, and now 8 games in a row, dude. They beat the Oilers, the Canucks, the Kraken, Flyers, Isles, Devils, Sens, Bruins. Good teams in there. Mm-hmm. They're playing the Blues tonight on Monday night here. Could be 9.
And 9?
9?
I think I maybe saw this as their longest win streak in franchise history.
Maybe.
No, I think so. Or at least there was either longest win streak in since a long time ago or in franchise history.
I feel like we get a lot of those with Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, they're winning.
Yeah. Hey, positive linguistic programming.
Yep. okay, they are on an incredible run, and they have the same right now. They have the same amount of points as the Panthers. Like, they're only out of playoffs because of a tiebreak, which is so sick. And dude, when they missed playoffs by a point, I think ironically enough to the Panthers a couple years ago, I think that year the Panthers snuck in and beat Boston in the first round. I think Buffalo was 1 out.
Can you imagine how different things could have been?
Dude, crazy. It was amazing, and I wanted them to make it, and we got to sit down with Tucky and Tage right after that, and you could feel how pumped. Remember, Darlene wrote that, was it the Players Tribune? Or he wrote
I believe
that
it was
article
Players Tribune.
To the city of Buffalo. They deserve it, dude. They deserve it. It's
great.
It's fascinating because you look at the stats, and they're not – like, Tage and Tuck are having really good seasons, but only that. Only really good. Remember, you were like, we need to redefine the word great because we throw it around. Tage and Tuck are having really good seasons, but they aren't having great seasons. Like, they are under point per game.
I know, but I do think if we take like the last 15 games, the last 20 games, the sample size changes a little bit. So if they stay on this run, I bet in the next 15, 20 games, we might look at that and be like, oh, shit, they are kind of buzzing.
Yep. And Darlene's been awesome. Especially his production from the defenseman from a defenseman position is amazing. Alex Lyon has been an improvement.
Yep.
Because they've had goalie issue and with a million false starts, right? We're like, this guy's the hero, this guy's the hero.
I know.
So he's been an improvement, but even his numbers aren't world beater numbers. So it's exciting, but I get worried looking at the team. Well, I'll even go more aggressive, dude. You look at the teams around them, both right behind them right now, and I'll even throw teams just above them because it's all tight and it could move. It's hard for me to say, to believe that the Sabres are going to hold off the Devils, the Sens, the Flyers, the Islanders, the Bruins, the Leafs, the Habs, the Panthers, and the Penguins. Like, those teams are all kind of in the Mod Podge of two of you are going to get two wild card spots.
Yep.
And I'm curious in your take because our boy JD said recently that he said if Buffalo stays healthy, they're making playoffs. And I was like, there is no chance in hell that the Sabres make the playoffs. And I still think that. Like, I look at this right now and I go, congratulations, this was an awesome run. And I'm genuinely glad the fans. I got a couple texts from some of my Buffalo friends that were at games. They're at the Bees game, keeping the streak alive. I'm glad you had this run, especially over the holidays. Merry Christmas. But that's it. It's over.
That's it, yeah.
Good day, and you're done, and you're not making playoffs.
I can't confidently say that. I can't confidently say that because the Atlantic continues to be the most confusing division in hockey, which is so funny because they were the steal of the NHL for so many years. But here we are now. The Atlantic right now, as we record here on Monday morning, is Detroit, Tampa, Montreal. And Florida is in that second wild card spot, and then right after that, it's Buffalo, and then further down, Ottawa, Boston, Toronto. And it's hilarious, like Boston is so far down now, and they were first, 2 weeks ago. So this is my point, is like any 4-game sample size with these Atlantic teams, everything goes topsy-turvy. So with none of these teams in this division, and I mean that, I include Tampa in that. There was a time where they had won, what, 6 or 7?
Seven in a row, yeah.
7 in a row.
And, how did I miss that, dude?
Stop it. Fuck. And we were like, oh, shit, Tampa's back. Here they are. And then they lost, 5 in a row. And it was like, okay, no one has emerged yet as a consistent, real, good hockey team in the Atlantic. So I think JD's right. Absolutely, Buffalo could make the playoffs. And as far as you look at teams with like in this division with like really good young stars, if they can just get it clicking and get it going together, Buffalo's at the top of that list in that division. So here we are, man. It's exciting times. If we can get fucking Buffalo and that city and those people buzzing behind this team and believing, and all of a sudden the Sabres are back, this could be unbelievable.
It'll be a crazy run because of how the season started. Because they were dead. They were dead and buried, typical Buffalo. And if they go GM change, 8-game rip, and then make a wild card spot, it will be sick because it was so unexpected. Usually it's like what Detroit's doing right now, where you go from game 1, you were in the playoff mixer, and everybody felt like, oh, finally, this is the season we get in. And that's cool. But Buffalo, it was like, here we go again. We suck. And it's like, psych, you're in. So that would be cool. That would be really fun.
100%. So we'll go from hopefully the top of the Atlantic to the bottom of the Atlantic and quickly talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs. What the hell's going on with Leafs Nation?
We just had to bring it up because, as you said, it's all so tight and it changes day to day. But for the last few days, the Leafs have been currently dead last in the Atlantic, and we're last in the East for a window there in the entire Eastern Conference. You look down their stat sheet, go to Hockey Reference, Nylander, stud, having an incredible year. Mm-hmm. Johnny Todrag's having a very solid year, a really good year, I would say.
Matty Nyes, very good year.
Matty Nyes, very good year. Matthews isn't as bad as I think. I'm always defending Austin Matthews, but I still don't think it's as bad as everyone is saying. He leads the team in goals, and it's in less games than most of the guys have played, obviously. You'd still want more goals from him because he's that lethal. You know, like, even though he's the team leader, you're like, you should have more. And that's a fair criticism, I think, because of how much of a weapon he is. But production-wise, from him in a year that you lose Marner, and there was a lot of pressure on, like, you're good, right? And he's like, yeah, I think you're disappointed. I think you're a Leafs fan, you're disappointed.
Dude, I mean, like, it's one of these things. He's got 27 points in 33 games. We'll call that a pace of what, like 70, 75 points?
Yep.
Buddy, that is not even close to acceptable for how much money he is making. And he also has 15 goals. So, like, he's on pace for a 40-goal season.
That's what I mean. And he leads the team. But I'm just like, you're a 60-goal guy.
Dude, this is I mean, this is just an all across the board. This is a bad year for Austin Matthews so far. And also, I mean, dude, here we are, another season where he has less assists than goals, and I don't need to harp on that more than I always do. I can't stand when players have that stat sheet, especially a center. Like, that is just unacceptable.
Yeah, it's
unacceptable, dude. And I just, again, it's not that bad. It's 15 to 12, but still. And I don't know, man. It's just back-to-back years here where you ripped the captaincy from Tavares and put it on Matthews, and it's just like been very blech in
and Tavares
Toronto.
is playing better, playing better. Sorry.
And a truly, you do this to me. Miss me with they were one game away from beating the Panthers. They weren't even close to beating the Panthers. They got the wheels beat off them in that Game 7.
They gave the Panthers the hardest series. That's a fact.
Because the Panthers didn't care.
Okay, but they pushed the Panthers harder than anyone else did. That's a fact.
That is true.
And I was about to kind of chirp Morgan Riley, but Morgan Riley's
I think he's
productive.
been good. I think he's been good.
He dashed 10, but they're not playing well, so it's hard. But other than that, I look at this team and I don't see it at all. Like, you look at beyond that, I'm like, dude. And of course, like, if I name the top 5 players on any team in the league and then go, who else is good? It's the NHL. There's the talent is spread out. But I look at this team production, even starting with Matthews, and I'm like, oh my God, you could be you. What do you always say? Where it's like after 20 games, you start to know shit. Dude, we are 38 games into the season. We are halfway through the season.
It's almost the new year. Like,
to the point that. I think the Leafs
are in the season.
They could. I certainly am not writing the Leafs out of the playoffs, especially with how the Atlantic is. But I am saying we are far enough in that I'm like, the Leafs are not good. They are not a good team, and if they make playoffs, no one is going to be like, and here come the Leafs.
Yeah,
you don't want to see them in the first round. Like, ignore the stigma. Even I'm saying this hockey team does not scare anybody.
You know what my take is? This team for the last 8 years has not made difficult decisions. They have not. They always do the easy move. And then, frankly, even when it came to Marner, they didn't make a difficult decision.
Interesting. I was wondering if you were going to say that.
He chose to leave because he was like, fuck you, fuck this city, and fuck these fans. Like, the abuse is bullshit. I'm out of here. And now he's just laughing it up, having fun in Vegas. Yep. You have not made hard decisions. And this is not me shitting on the Leafs because, as we've said, we love the city of Toronto. We have so much fun there. I can't imagine when things are going well how fun it must be to play in that city. And they're some of the most passionate fans in the world. That's great. But at a certain point, we see how frustrated these fans get. We see the burning of jerseys. We see the nonsense. And I know that that's a lot of pent-up frustration. And I just think that there's absolutely a way to look at it and say, when is the last time this team made a hard decision? When is the last time they took a star like Austin Matthews and said, no, dude, I don't want to give you $13 million. How about you take a pay cut so we can be a competitive team? When's the last time they traded one of their big stars to try to make the team better? And I just think this carousel of at the deadline bringing in older vets like Ryan O'Reilly, like Oliver Ekman-Larsson. I know that was not the
he's
deadline.
Playing great.
But he's playing fantastic. Like Tanev and these guys that they're like this, they'll get us over the hump, and they don't. Those aren't hard decisions either. Mm-hmm. So, frankly, I think you got to look at Tree Living, you got to look at Berube and be like, hey, guys, are we just doing the same shit every year and where everyone's going to go, oh, typical Leafs, but then you just hit restart, rinse, and repeat? I don't think you can. I think that this team, if they want anything to change, this fan base, if they want anything to change, hard decisions have to be made. Interpret that however you want. But I will say, if we keep going on this pace and this fucking group misses the playoffs,
that's what I was about to ask you. What happens for real? Berube's fired.
Berube's fired 100%. I would not be shocked if Tree Living is fired. I mean, that would be mental. I don't know what his deal is or what his extension that he signed was, but, like, I don't know, dude. I mean, that would be unforgivable. But hard decisions will have to be made.
When does Matthews' contract up?
I think in 2 years.
Checking right now. His contract... Whoa, that was aggressive. You know how when you go to a website, it's like, do you accept cookies?
Yeah.
I went to Puckpedia, and the thing popped up, and it said, I was like, oh, yeah, and I just went to hit yes, but it said consent. And I was like, whoa, I suppose I do.
But also, hell yeah, Puckpedia. Consent king.
Hell yeah, dude.
Gotta ask for consent.
Okay, he is UFA 2028. Yeah, like, if they miss playoffs, would they entertain moving him?
I don't know how you can't. I don't know. I feel like he scored 69 goals 2 seasons ago, and literally everything since has been down.
A nightmare. Except for last year. Good run last year. Okay. Take me to the World Juniors, Dan.
Yes.
Take me to Minneapolis.
I know we are in Minneapolis for the World Juniors. This tournament is so fun. Deserves some shine. We're going to be watching these games, posting more about these games during the holiday season. It's hard. There's a lot going on. But just a quick recap of the game. Starting on Boxing Day on the 26th, Sweden with a big win, 3-2 over Slovakia. Finland thumped Denmark 6-2. USA thumped Germany 6-3. Canada and the Czechs had a tight one.
Czechs good team.
Great team. Canada snuck by 7-5. So then Slovakia got a win 4-1 over Germany on the 27th. Canada 2-1 over Latvia in OT.
What is it with them and Latvia, dude?
I don't know. Latvia's got their number, though. USA tight one 2-1 over the Swiss. Czechia destroyed Denmark 7-2. Sweden on the 28th, big win 4-2 over the Swiss. Finland 8-0 over Latvia. Look out for Finland. Mm-hmm. This team is buzzing. But upcoming games today, later today on Monday, we got Sweden, Germany. Sweden should be able to handle that. Really tight one, Finland and the Czechs. USA, Slovakia, Canada, Denmark. And then 30th, we've got more games as well. But we're going to keep an eye on those games. Quick shout-outs, Porter Martone, friend of the pod, playing really, really well. Also, Will Zellers, late add to Team USA, Bruins prospect, playing phenomenally. And then I also do, I love my Swedes. Anton Frondell, 3rd overall pick. It is just... holy hell, is this kid a good hockey player. So if you're looking for people to check out, people to watch, we've got that Sweden game today on the 29th. That would be the Germany game to tune into. And then on the 31st, Sweden-USA will be a big game as well.
Gavin McKenna, it's only 2 games, but hasn't scored yet. He has 4 assists, I believe. So he's an Apple man. Race.
I think we've noticed that at Penn State. He's an Apple man.
But I just know that he gave that big interview about the wanting to make this his moment. And I hope USA beats Canada, but I want him to have an awesome tournament. So I'm looking for him to get going. Hopefully that he gets one and it opens the floodgates. That would be sick.
Agree. Okay, before we jump into our ad break and then some Team USA roster projections for the Olympics, we do just want to say yesterday it was announced that Linus Ullmark is taking a leave of absence from the Senators due to personal reasons. Ullmark, one of the best guys in the entire world, so we just wanted to use the platform to say, Linus, hope you and the family and everyone is okay, sending our best wishes to him. Couldn't be a better guy. So let's take an ad break, and then we'll jump into Team USA's roster.
Hockey season is back, and every single Tuesday of the NHL season, BetMGM, our good friends, are spreading holiday cheer with the NHL Odds Boost token. All you have to do to play, to participate, to join in this celebration is you log into your BetMGM account and you add an NHL wager to your bet slip. It can be anything you want, anything in the NHL, okay? Then you just activate the token. And if your boosted bet hits, you get to unwrap an even bigger payout. And if you haven't joined the BetMGM family yet, now is the time. All you have to do is use bonus code NETTERS when you sign up. So you download the BetMGM app, you use code NETTERS, that's NETTERS, and you get up to $1,500 in a new player offer on your first wager. How are you right now? BetMGM, make it legendary.
Here we go. It is time to get into the Empty Netters official Team USA Olympic roster predictions, projections, assumptions, whatever you want to call it. But we thought Canada was hard. USA is just as difficult. You saw Connor Bedard, Chris. I think he said recently that you could field two, or I guess I should say ice. You could ice.
Yeah, I like
two,
that.
Yeah, you could ice two Team Canada rosters, and both would be competitive. I'm here to tell you, you could do the exact same thing with Team USA. There are so many unbelievable players here. But let's jump into these roster predictions. Do you want to do this the same as last time?
I think so, and I also want to say something. And
Please.
This is credit to me for being the bigger man and admitting something.
Oh, no.
We could field two teams. The depth of the American roster is incredible. The top-end talent of the American roster is incredible. This is really fun time to be an American hockey fan because It's like, holy shit. I will say, when I was getting to the fourth line of Team Canada, it's like Macklin Celebrini.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And I'm like,
Canada is deeper. Canada is deeper.
And our team is great, dude. Our team is stacked.
No.
But when I get
Canada's
to the
deeper.
fourth line, it is like a B+ tier, you know? And that's fourth line. Like, our team is gross.
Yeah.
But Canada's the 12 forwards on Canada are like the best
God.
12 players I've ever
dude,
seen.
like,
I'm like, oh.
we're leaving Connor Bedard off of Team Canada. Like, what the fuck are we talking
Like,
about?
I came into this being like, we are fucking just as good as them. And then I'm like, well,
No.
they're a little bit better.
No, we're not.
So, but
Our D, Chris, our D. Our D and our
D
goaltending.
D and goalie, fine. But the forwards is fucking crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
it's insane.
Fucking crazy. Okay, so as a refresher, 6 people have automatically been placed on this roster already. That is Charlie McAvoy, Matthew Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk, Jack Eichel, Austin Matthews, and Quinn Hughes. So that is, in this case, 4 forwards and 2 D. You are allowed 22 skaters and 3 goalies. Typically, that is 14 forwards and 8 D. So in this case, for Team USA, almost certainly it will be 10 more forwards as opposed to Canada, which was 9 because they had named 5 automatic.
Yep.
10 more forwards from USA and 6 more defensemen from USA. Dan, let's do it the same. You start, but I did want to ask you the same thing I asked you for Canada. There's been 4 forwards automatically named: Austin, Matthew, Brady, and Ikes. Are there any other forward names that, in your opinion, are automatic? You said Canada was only 1, Brad Marchand. I have my eyes on 4 dudes that I think are 4 more dudes that I'm like, you are literally on it.
I think I could go up to 4.
You don't have to. I'm saying, who are your, like, these weren't even a question. They're locked and in.
My number 1 off that list. So the 3 forwards that are. Or were there 4?
4.
Yeah, 4.
Brady, Matthew, Ikes, Matthews.
My number 1 after that is my fucking boy, Dylan Larkin.
Yep. The way the boys talk about him, holy shit.
Absolutely 0 questions asked, no brainer. Dylan Larkin.
And the way he played at Four Nations.
Yes. And number 2, massive stick taps to this dude and the way he has dealt with so much bullshit, nonsense, people in the media, blah, 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 blah. Jason Robertson is my number 2.
He's your auto. Wow. I didn't have him in mind.
Absolutely auto on this team. And then my number 3 might surprise some people, Matt Boldy.
He's in mine auto.
Matt Boldy
he's on 100%.
is an auto lock. The kid's a fucking antelope out there. and he's one of these guys. I think people think about Matt Boldy and they're like this, oh yeah, great player, good goal scorer. Dude, he's huge. He bangs bodies. He gets in the mix. He does not shrivel to the competition or the moment. Again, saw it at Four Nations. Matt Boldy, absolute lock on this roster as well for me.
Okay, those are 3?
I'm going to say those are my 3, and I'm going to stop there.
Okay.
But there are also, like, when I'm looking at this roster, I can see 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 more that I'm like this, and they're on the team no matter what.
I got 2 more that are on the team no matter what, and I'm sure these 2 are on your roster, but I'm just kind of surprised. And I will say, neither had tremendous Four Nations, which is maybe why you're not autoed on them, but I'm telling you they're making the team.
So your next one is Jack Hughes.
Bang.
And your one after that is Kyle Connor.
Bang.
Yeah.
100%.
See, and what's tough is I hear that both are on my roster, absolutely. And I do just want to say it's insane to me that we say those guys and we don't say Jake Gensel, because Jake Gensel is also on this roster, and there's no question.
Him and Robo were my next. Like, these 2 are my next bracket of, like, you're for sure in. Okay, you go through your lines. We've given some away already. You go through your lines, and then I'll chime in when you have guys that I don't have, or vice versa.
Absolutely. Okay. First line is Jack Eichel at center, and on the wings, the brothers. Brady
How
Tkachuk.
could you go away from it?
Brady Tkachuk on the left wing, Matthew Tkachuk on the right. We got Matthew Tkachuk skating yesterday with the Florida Panthers, by the way. Whoops.
Look out, cook out.
So the boys will be ready. They looked perfect with Ikes. It's a no-brainer. Jack Eichel is absolutely the number 1 center on this team. He is he's a top center in the NHL.
Yep.
And he was phenomenal at Four Nations. You don't mess with a good thing. I am probably, dude, there are so many leaders on these teams. It's insane. But I'm probably throwing A's on both Brady and Matthew's sweater.
Really?
If I'm being honest.
Fair, actually, fair.
Line number 2, Dylan Larkin at center, no-brainer. On the left wing, Jason Robertson. And Chris, might surprise you here, I think this is such a fucking big brain idea. On the right wing, Jack Hughes.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely no need for Jack Hughes to play center in this tournament. I think the big reason some people were thinking he didn't have the best Four Nations is because he was playing down the middle on like that third line role. Mm-hmm. Put Jack Hughes, his speed and his hands on that right wing. Let Larks take care of the center roles. Let Jack just fucking nip and dangle. It's going to be absolutely perfect. Jack and Larkin have a great relationship as well. I think they'll have great chemistry together. I love the idea of Jack on the right wing.
I like that a lot. I'm looking at my roster to see if I had enough centers to allow for that, and I think I do. We'll get into some of my late picks. But if it breaks my way, then I would be completely okay with that, dude. Because I am such a Jack believer, and it was a tricky Four Nations for a lot of guys. You know, like it's a quick tournament. If you don't have the best 3 games, it's like everyone's like, you suck. You know, Matthews was getting dogged so hard in that tournament. Jack Hughes is a tremendous player. Tremendous player. You saw how quickly he dominated as soon as he got back. I need him in a productive role. I need him to be productive. I love this take.
Love it. Line 3, Tage Thompson at center. On the wings, we got Jake Gensel and Matt Boldy. Okay. I think it's time for Tage to get the call up, dude. You look at this heater, and I also, like I said, I'm looking down the middle at center, and like guys that I want. How can you not think a 6'7" monster with a laser rocket shot is not a good guy to have on this ice to mix things up, and like a third line center that feels just so perfect. I love it. I think Tage deserves to be on this team. I think last year at Four Nations when he didn't make it, a lot of people were upset. Mm-hmm. I don't want to make the same mistake. I think Tage is so valuable for so many reasons on this team. He's in there for me, no question.
Okay, all I'll say right now is give me Tage as well, but if you look up what projected rosters from every site, Dan. Daily Faceoff, Sports Illustrated. People are really high on Tuck and Tage, and Tuck is on literally every expert's roster.
I know.
Without fail. And Tage is on 60% of them, 70% of them. And I'm worried, and we'll get into my extras later, but I'm worried that people are kind of drunk on this Buffalo heater right now. And I'm like, calm down.
I think, as we know, both of them, friends of the program, Alex Tuch is a Swiss Army knife, dude.
Yes.
Like that is a guy, he can play center, he can play wing, he kills penalties, he can play fourth line, he can play first line. That's why I've said before Buffalo went on this heater, he should be a target for teams like Minnesota, teams like Dallas in a trade scenario. But now maybe Buffalo's just in playoffs, keep him. Alex Tuch is like, I mean, he could play anywhere on this lineup, and you'd feel good about it.
Great. That's a great speech that I'm going to save for later. I'll say for now, give me Tage on this roster too. Continue.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Okay, line 4. We just mentioned it. Give me Kyle Connor on the left wing, Alex Tuch at center, and Matthew Nyes at right wing. And I know what you're thinking. Austin Matthews is an extra on my roster.
That's so insane. Dude, there's no universe where that happens. But I was laughing already because I was like, Dan hasn't put Matthews in a center spot, and he's going to put him on fourth line center.
I literally, as we were talking, I just swapped Matthews and Tuch.
Really?
I had Matthews as my fourth line center, and I really like it.
Playing with Nyes. He'd be playing with Nyes
playing
in your
with
version.
Nyes.
Yeah.
And I'm doing shock value here by bumping him off the roster. But I'm dead serious. I like to Austin Matthews' path into this roster for me is fourth line center, because we've seen he's a good defensive player. He can play both ways. He's a Selke guy.
Yep.
And frankly, dude, with the way he's playing and just like I'm like, why would I reward Austin Matthews with top line minutes the way he's playing right now? The way he played in Four Nations last year, the way he plays in playoffs and big game moments. I'm not rewarding him. Are you out of your fucking mind? No chance.
He's
so
the captain.
he is not my captain. That's another thing. Dylan Larkin or Jack Eichel better be wearing the C for this team.
It should be Eichel for sure.
Otherwise, people are fucking cowards. Like I'm telling you right now, you are cowards. Bill Guerin and whoever's in charge of Team USA. If you put the C on Austin Matthews' sweater at this fucking Olympic tournament, you're just afraid of the, oh no, we change. What are you talking about, dude? It can change every single year. He is not the captain of this team.
So give me your 2 extras, and then I will. You just gave one as Matthews. Give me your other extra, and then I'll finish up my forwards. I'm
gonna cheat here, and I'm gonna give 3. I'm sorry, because I don't know what to do.
I need your roster, dude.
I know. And I'm just saying, I believe. Fuck me. I can't do it. I want to hear your takes before I get into my extras. I'm really torn. I'm in trouble.
Okay, so I was going, I don't do lines like you do always, but I went like this. Okay, I need 10. So I went, my 4 autos are Hughes, Boldy, Connor, and Larks. Boom.
Love.
Then I went Robo, Jake, Gensel first now, because I'm like, those guys are in. That's 6. So I'm looking for 4 more here. Give me Tage. So there's 7. And then I haven't seen this one anywhere, Dan. It's always in, every time I look up at these sites, it's in the like, tough cut. Oh, tough to leave out, blank, tough cut. But I haven't seen anyone pick him. So I know I'm wrong, because obviously these insiders are getting some scoops here and there, and they have a sense of what's going to happen, I would think.
Yep.
But, and we have talked about this, in 39 games, with 20 goals and 20 assists as a perfect hockey player,
Cat
is Alex DeBrincat. And remember, we just said on last ep, I think, he had no goals through like 10 games this year. He has been a fucking animal since then, in the last 30 games.
So can I bring up, just to interrupt, because you're so right, Cat is in a category for me of Cat, Cole Caulfield, Clayton Keller, Trevor Zegras, and maybe even Troy Terry, of these guys that are like, and like you could put Jack Hughes in that group too.
Yeah.
Of these just like smaller, buzzy wingers, and I'm putting Jack in the wing column for this purpose because I put him at wing.
Yep.
Who are goal scorers with great hands, But, like, you just can't have too many of those types of guys on this roster, in my opinion. You can even put Gensel in that group.
Agree, but I think I just think we have enough muscle. We have enough meat on the roster.
Dude, I agree.
I felt like we were missing those guys.
But the problem is, Chris, and maybe this is old school hockey brain going, all of these other guys have the same amount of points. They have the same amount of goals.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm looking at a guy who has 18 goals and is 5'10", and a guy who has 18 goals and is 6'2", I'm like, I'm taking the bigger guy. Like I'm sorry.
But who are you thinking though? Like when I'm like, oh, I want Cole. Are you like, no, you want JT Miller because you're like he's bigger?
No, I'm gonna surprise you here. A guy who has a lot of experience playing and winning gold for Team USA. I want Cutter Gauthier.
Dude, okay.
Cutter Gauthier is a fucking beast out there. And what does Cuts have right now? 18 and 18.
Yep.
Like Cuts is
right there because that's also what Cole has. They both have 18 and 18.
Like I'm serious. Like you look at it and I'm like, if you're a Montreal fan and which it would be ironic if you're worried about Team USA's roster, but like if you're looking at this team and you're like, I need Cole Caulfield on that team, which I do. I feel that way. I look at Cutter Gauthier and I'm like, how are we not having the same conversation with this kid?
Yeah. So I'm seeing Trocheck on like everyone's roster.
Yeah,
he's not
same
on
with
mine.
JT. Same with JT.
I'm seeing
Miller.
JT. He's kind of fallen off a few. He's not on mine. I'm not seeing Kreider mentioned at all, which I'm kind of surprised by, considering he's been good this year. I know he's hurt again, but like
the bang ups. I think it's just the bang. The only reason I left Kreider off mine is the bang ups. Like he's just been knocked up a little bit.
So give me Tage, give me Cat, and I have two more.
I love
and then
that cat
the
call.
spots I was looking for, and I'm including of my two more, I'm including Brock Nelson in this, who I was very critical of when he got named to the Four Nations roster. Yeah. And he had a kind of a slow start too in Colorado. They were obviously nasty, but he wasn't firing just yet, and then now he is, because he gives so much center depth and like penalty killing and all that shit. And that's basically exactly what you said about Tuck, who I love, and he's also in my consideration for the last two. But I am kind of like, I don't know. I'm probably wrong here, but I don't like the build a team, not an all-star team thing for these. Like, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, dude. These guys are world-class players. I know they don't kill that many penalties in their normal life, but I'm assure you they can. And I don't want to take a Swiss Army knife over a guy that can get me a goal out of nowhere when I felt like goals dried up a little bit. That's just my take.
Yeah. So my take is, and the reason I think Alex Tuck keeps getting named, dude, when you looked at that first USA Canada game at Four Nations,
yeah,
and then you look at the gold medal game, this shit matters to these guys so much, and I don't necessarily need like penalty killers. Mm-hmm. The only thing I care about is dogs.
Yeah,
I want dogs on the ice. And when I look at my roster, that top line, the Kachucks and Eichel, dogs. Dylan Larkin, dog. Absolute dog. Jason Robertson, we talked about it all the time. Guy plays 82
dog status.
Guy plays 82 games a fucking year, dude.
Yep.
And everyone's like this, oh, he's soft. And I'm like this, are you kidding me? He's a 6'3" fucking 50 goal scorer who plays every single game. Dog. Jack Hughes gets hurt a lot. But, dude, you see the way he talks to the media? Do you see the way he fist pumped his first game back after the hand energy? He fucking wants it, dude. He wants to win. Dog. Jake Gensel, no moment too big for him. Dog. Tage Thompson, sitting there battling in Buffalo, performing every single year. Dog. Matt Boldy, need I say more? Dog. That is all I care about. So that fourth line is tough for me because Austin Matthews.
Sitting on the bench, Dan. He's sitting on your bench.
But after everything I just said, even the biggest Toronto Maple Leafs fans, are you going to call him a dog? I'm not sure.
Yep.
And then when it comes to those wings, we've talked about Caulfield, we've talked about Keller, Kyle Connor, I think is a dog. But the reason I have Matty Nyes on this team, who is the one guy who fucking performed every single day in playoffs
I know. That's actually
for the Toronto
fair,
Maple
dude.
Leafs. Look at him. He's a fucking moose.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Nyes is a dog. And it's like, I look at Jarvie on Team Canada. Last year, they were like, we're bringing you. You're going to be a third, fourth line guy. And he was like, whatever, I'll do whatever. And he immediately makes that play in that first Canada game where he gets blown the fuck up to get the puck to Marchand and score a goal. Matthew Knies is going to do that on this team. If you put Matthew Knies on right wing, he's going to go, I'm so fucking proud to be on this team. I don't care. I'll do whatever. And when you have that big of a dude who is that able to score and set up, kill penalties, do everything, I think Knies has to be on the roster.
You know what, bro? I was about to go because Brock and Tuck were right there for me, and Matty Knies, but I was about to go Cutter and Cole, and now I think you just talked me into Cutter, and I'll cut Cole, which is crazy because I was so pissed he didn't make the Four Nations roster, but I just kind of wanted more goals from him. Like I wanted him to be a little bit higher up. So give me Cutter for the size and Knies for, and I think because you know what? What does Matty have? I wrote it down. He has,
I think he has
24 apples.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I want goal scorers on this team, you need guys that are going to set you up. We need distributors too.
Yeah.
And I'll take Matty Knies. I'll take the 24 apples for Matty Knies, Cutter, Gauthier, Matty Knies, finish up my forwards.
I love it. All right, let's get into D. D is pretty easy for me, so I'll just rip right through.
Oh, okay.
Dude, the more I looked at it, the more I was like, this isn't that hard. Top pair, don't mess with the good thing. Quinn Hughes, Charlie McAvoy, no question about it. Next pair, Zach Werenski on the left. It's hilarious that Zach Werenski is not top pair for me because I'm like, he is the best defenseman in the NHL.
You think he's better than Quinn?
But I do think Quinn and McAvoy are good together. Like, I love how Quinn is so offensive and Charlie is such a fucking brick wall. Yeah. It's amazing. Next pair is going to be Zach Werenski and Adam Fox. I think Adam Fox has been fantastic this year. I really, really do. And I love, you know how horny I am for the left shot, right shot balance. And I think that's perfect. Third one, this has an asterisk on it. The All-Father, Jacob Slavin, and I'm going Brock Faber. Left shot, right shot. Brock Faber's been great this year. Also, very offensive. Slavin takes care of him. Great defensively. Slavin, however, he is the best defensive defenseman in the NHL. And he was a fucking machine at Four Nations. I do need him and everyone involved to be having a conversation that goes, are you healthy? Can you play?
You well? Yeah.
Because if he, like, there's a part of me that's like, I'll take 80% Slavin in this tournament, and I know that he would too. He would take 50% himself and play and put himself on the line. But it's one of those situations where you just feel so upset if you go, we're taking this guy and he's not fully healthy, and then like he gets caught in games because he's not healthy. That bothers you so much. So he's obviously on my team. I'm saying I pray to God he's healthy. And my extras are going to be, and I will say on the left side it's tough. I know. My extras are going to be Sandy. I think Sanderson is just, he's such a complete defenseman. So I'm bringing him, and I'm bringing John Carlson. He's just been, I got respect. I got respect for the olds. John Carlson now 2 years in a row has just been like, I'm not slowing down for the record. And I actually love the idea of some like legitimate veteran leadership on this team.
He has a pretty good USA goal in his career. Yeah, I might add. Chucky and Quinn are the autos, and then for me, the other three autos are Slavin, Werenski, and Faber. So there's...
Wow, you're going Faber over Fox.
There's
I like
5. Adam Fox, I think, coming into this season, was 100% not on Team USA until he had the season he had. I genuinely believe that.
I agree.
I thought the Rangers have been bad. He wasn't that good. He was exposed at Four Nations, straight up.
Yep.
And the season he's put on a team struggling again, he has been literally the only bright spot on that team. Yeah. And he 100% deserves to be on this roster. I think in my mind, he is an extra. Like he comes in at, we'll see, but that even might be harsh because he deserves my respect in a big way for what he's done this year. Yeah. He's 100% coming. I also think Jake Sanderson is 100% coming. Yeah. He made the team before. He's been great. They really like him. That was one of those ones where it's like someone would have to unseat him basically. Yeah. To take that spot, and he hasn't been unseated, so you're good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7 of my 8. All right. Chucky, Quinn, Slavin, Werenski, Faber, Sanderson, Fox. I had one more spot. Now, if you want the right shot, of it to make it 4-4. I also like Carlson, Dan. Seth Jones got in the mix there just because we're a smaller crew on D.
Dude, he's a Stanley Cup winning defenseman.
Yep.
He's a big body, and he's having a great year.
Yep, love the reach there. But I'm less right shot, left shot as you are, and this is an extra, so I'm kind of like whatever. So just because, and I teased it with the Cutter thing, the Ducklings are just surging. Give me Jackson Lacombe on the spot as an extra because I'm like, dude, just put him back there. He has anchored a team that everyone said, oh, are they going to make a leap this year? And they spent most of the year in first place in the Pacific. And we talk to guys like Kreider who are like, people don't realize how fucking nasty he is.
Yeah.
No one gets to see it because he plays on the West Coast in Anaheim and whatever. Inside the Team USA organization, they are saying how much of a superstar this guy is. Put him on the team as an extra. He can do everything, and I think that would be sick.
Yeah, I absolutely love that shout. I already gave my extras, and my like reserve extras. Seth Jones absolutely in there for the right shot element, but also he's been playing great. Top of that list is Jackson Lacombe, and we can't not mention Lane Hudson. Lane Hudson.
I was right about to ask.
Lane Hudson
went Lane.
Lane Hudson has 30 assists, I think, right now. What does he have, like 3 goals or something? But five goals, yeah. I mean, like he's again, he's damn near a point per game. He's in the plus column, which I'm really impressed with. You mentioned the D's not the biggest. We're also not small. Like it's like McAvoy's big, Werenski's big, Slavin is big,
huge,
but like. Faber, Fox, and Quinn are all, like 6 feet or under.
How big is Werenski? I kind of thought he was that tall.
No, Werenski's like 6'2", dude. He's fucking perfect. Okay. He's absolutely perfect. I might be sewering Faber. Is Brock like 6'2" or 6'1"?
I bet he's 6'1".
But yeah, I mean, Lane's small, dude. Like, I'm sorry, let's call it what it is. He's a small guy.
Brock listed at 6'1".
Yeah, that makes sense. He's a small guy, and when you think about, like, is Lane Hudson going to be my third pairing defenseman? Is he going to be an extra? If he's an extra, yeah, I think it does work. You want to bring a guy in who's that offensive. But like we mentioned last year, his fucking rookie year playoff performance was not that great. I'm not going to knock him for that. Again, it was his rookie year. But when I just look at Team USA and playoffs, like these other guys just have more experience. And when you think about Jackson Lacombe, I'm like, well, Jackson doesn't. I love Jackson's size, and I love his complete game a little bit more. So,
and I will say, when you have a guy like Quinn and Werenski who do so much of what Lane does,
yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's not like I'm not even saying they're better, but I'm just saying they are right now, and they are higher on the depth chart on the pecking order than Lane. So it's a little redundant. In that, if I didn't have those guys, dude, if Quinn and or Werenski got hurt, or both, God forbid, Lane would be one of my first ads because now I'm missing that skill. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there are other guys that right now I might even take over Lane because those two are healthy, but if I lost one of them, Lane would be automatic.
You just said it perfectly. The fact that that Quinn and Werenski are on the left side above this kid on the depth chart, I'm like, what conversation are we having here?
Yeah,
like,
right.
There are those two, and then Jacob Slavin on the left side. Like, Lane Hudson's not even sniffing one of those first 3 spots. The question is, does he unseat? And this is if you're obsessed with left shot, right shot, which I am. The question is, does he unseat Sanderson? And I'm like, no way. Like, Sandy has 7 goals and 19 assists and is a better defensive player. And it's just tough. But if you're asking, is he in the conversation? Of course he is. He's one of the best offensive-minded and like puck-distributing defensemen in the NHL. He's in this conversation. It's just a tough situation.
And he will make these teams soon. I just don't think he's on this one.
No question. Okay. Getting into goaltender. I don't want to upset anyone with the lack of drama, but it's not a question to me.
Early in the year, it looked like there was some drama.
Yeah, it's not a question to me. It's Hellebuck, Swayman, and Ottinger, and that's that. I will say, dude, I am open to the discussion of Ottinger starting.
Okay,
I and this feels unfair, but before the last 4 or 5 games, I was very open to the idea of Swayman starting.
Yep.
Again, coming off a gold medal this summer at World Championships, he has been dominating for this team, for this Boston team, especially with and like we talked about, his saves above expected is so good. And McAvoy and Hampus were out of that lineup for several games. The last few games have been a little tough, and like Otter's hot right now, and it's hard to ignore.
Agree. It's the Bees were in contention, and they could get back into contention, but the Bees were in contention early, literally because of Jeremy Swayman. And it's hard to even we said, ignoring Olympics, just NHL, we were like, this is not sustainable. So like you're fucked unless you get more consistent play from everywhere else. But anyway, you're right. Since that has cooled off, and it could cool back, it could heat back up heading into the Olympics. If Swayman goes on an all-time run through January, we have another conversation as we enter February 11th. But I just think, like I said about unseating Jake Sanderson, I think it is near impossible to take Hellebuck's job. I'm with you. Like, Otter's been awesome right now. And maybe even I wrote down their numbers. Like, where are they at right now? Otter 251 910, Hellebuck 255 908. So Otter's been slightly better this season. But I just think this is Hellebuck's net, at least to start. If he stumbles at all, early, there'll be a quick trigger because we are spoiled for riches. Yeah. But those are my three. I don't even think it's close. Spencer Knight, stick taps to Spencer Knight, stick taps to Joey Decord. Especially earlier, having great seasons and made this a fun conversation. And I guess I feel bad for Thatcher Demko in a way where I'm like,
I feel bad for Thatcher Demko because of all the injuries he's had in his career. But like with the way this season has gone, I don't think there's any part of Thatcher Demko that's like, I'm going to steal the spot of one of those guys.
Right.
I feel bad for Spencer Knight.
Yeah, me too.
Spencer Knight,
I mean, he would say those guys are better right now. And
I agree, but at the same time, it's just like he's just been such a delightful surprise this year, and like he deserves a shout. But at the end of the day, I don't feel bad for anyone because these three guys are the boys, and they're all great. So
these are the boys. Hellebuck starting, but quick trigger.
Yep, absolutely. All right. That is our Team USA roster prediction and breakdown. We are going to jump into our amazing interview with Craig Smith. What a fucking unbelievable dude. Unbelievable NHL career. Can't wait for you to hear it. We're going to take a quick ad break, and then we will get right into that. It is time to talk about the beautiful sponsor of the show, Bauer. Yes, you know Bauer. It is the best name in hockey. It's not even close. They've got the greatest gear from top to bottom. The day I got outfitted with a true head-to-toe setup for Bauer in my late days here, playing beer league, and I'm still rocking all the Bauer gear. I feel like an absolute pro out there. Some of your favorite players in the league are suited from tip to toe in all Bauer gear, and I'm not just talking about equipment. I'm talking about all. Look at this. Look at this. Their merch, their workout gear, it's all fantastic. Whenever I'm in the gym, I've got Bauer on all the time. Shirts, shorts, hoodies, it's all the best. Make sure you check out everything in their store because Bauer is doing it better than anyone. And when we talk about doing it better than anyone, we've got to talk about the Bauer Pulse, the best stick in the game. This thing is revolutionizing your game when it comes to your shot, your handling, your passing, everything. They got the low kick release with a mid kick feel. Pulse is Bauer's first stick to feature their latest kick point innovation, powered by two distinct energy zones in the shaft. The stick's designed to adapt to your game with the loadability and precision of a mid-kick and the explosive, unexpected release of a low kick. It's absolutely unbelievable. Catches goalies off guard. My favorite part about the Pulse is the raised lettering. It gives it that grip feel without it being sticky and slidey. It gives you that texture. It's fantastic. It's got the Pulse blade core. Everything about this is revolutionizing the game. So if you need a new twig, you're getting one for your kid, your friend, whomever, check out the Bauer Pulse. It's a no-brainer. And while you're at it, look at everything they've got because it is the best in the business.
We are joined today by a Madison, Wisconsin native, a USHL first-team All-Star, a member of the WCHA All-Rookie team, a two-time World Junior A Challenge gold medalist, a World Championships bronze medalist, the 98th overall pick in the 2009 draft of the Nashville Predators, who also played for the Bruins, the Capitals, the Stars, the Blackhawks, and the Red Wings, and a former PVC pipe drilling construction worker, Craig Smith. Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast.
Appreciate that, guys. That was amazing.
Oh man, that's great. Thank
Hey,
you.
bud, we moved to LA in end of 2013, and that summer Dan and I worked construction too. It was a sick job. Fuck yeah, dude! We were building decks out in the sun.
It's the best job I've ever had
for the big move.
It's unbelievable.
It was amazing.
I loved it. It was the first job I ever had, and it was incredible. I kind of fell into it. I mean, I had one of my high school coaches. Their family owned like a construction company just outside of Madison, and they happened to be building like a hotel. So I just jumped in. He's like, "Yeah, you got to come over and work for the summer," and I loved it. Every day was something different. Yeah, you're working outside. You're getting a little workout in.
And dude, you're learning on the fly, dude. Because like they're asking me to do shit I've never heard of.
There's nothing more American feeling than eating outside on your lunch break on a summer construction job when you're like covered in soot and dirt and you're just like, yes, I am a fucking man right now. It's so fun.
Yes, dude. You got the steel toes on. You're like, you're a little dirty. Like you haven't even washed your hands. You're like, oh, whatever. Like it's all good. Like, I embraced it completely. I mean, my dad was kind of in that line of work, and just for me to kind of like hop into that, I was 16 years old, just hanging out with those guys. I was a gopher, so I didn't really do that much, but I had a great time. I loved it.
It's a blast,
holes, baby.
Drilling holes, baby.
Speaking of embracing it, we gotta say, congrats on the retirement. Unbelievable NHL career. We were talking the other day. Where did the time go? But have you fully leaned in just yet? Like, are you playing shuffleboard, or are you just tossing the feet up on the couch? What's it been like?
Honestly, it's been great. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And it's the transition has been, for the most part, flawless. Like, I mean, we were so excited to get our own place. We've had 4 moves in the last 6 years. I think we were talking about.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine moving us and the family again. Obviously we would have, but we're as happy as we've ever been, man.
Hell yeah.
I get a workout like once a day. I work out for like an hour a day. I hang with my son in the morning, hang with him in the afternoon. We usually do something cool. Like this morning we went and saw Santa. Like I'm having a blast, man. I love it, man. I'm having a good time.
Body
feels
good.
Body feels great, man. I didn't have no surgeries, nothing.
Can you imagine just waking up not creaking? Like, that's incredible.
I feel good so far. I mean, it's probably going to slow down here soon, but
working out on your own time too. That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. And then you start to feel so good that you're like, I could probably get back out there. That's the risk.
That is the risk, and there is a reward to it, but there is definitely some consequences.
Yeah.
But I enjoy kind of working out and doing my own thing and just feeling good. And, that's kind of been a little bit of a passion of mine on the side. And spending some time down here in Nashville, I love it. I'm having a good time catching up with the boys. Like, I do miss a dinner or two on the road, but besides that, I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, you're buzzing. Well, dude, it's funny. You mentioned you're down in Nashville. Love that you got set up there. And I hope you take this as the compliment that I mean it to be. You are a Wisconsin guy. I have never met someone who feels more like a Boston guy than you.
Agreed.
Like, when you got to Boston, I don't think you realize how many people, like how many Bruins fans were like, fucking rights, Craig Smith coming home. And we were like, well, he's not from Boston. But like, you were just like a Boston guy. Have you got that before?
I have not, and I appreciate you saying that. I embrace that city 100%. I loved it.
Yeah.
I get asked that all the time. Like, what was your favorite place to play? I'm like, everything's kind of different, but like Boston was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Yeah. Like, I'll take that. I still wear like Boston gear. I love it. I love the logo. I love walking through that city, seeing all the kids with the hats and the logos and the Pats and I'm a Packers fan, but like, I just love the atmosphere of how kind of blue collar that city was. And I loved it. I wanted to be full in, and I love the fan base there and the team and the history. I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah,
dude. We loved our sports teams. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very true.
It is amazing. And when I was there, I actually did a little bit of a family deep dive, but my family, like way back, I mean, it goes my grandma had it written down on a piece of paper, and it goes back all the way to Richard Warren, who came over on the Mayflower.
Dude.
And there's some lineage that goes through there. I was like, we're home. I just came back home. Like my ancestors came over. He has like 14 million descendants, so it's not like that impressive. But I was like, I feel part of it.
Dude,
back to Plymouth Rock,
Tavern
baby.
in Charlestown, Dan. Yeah, he's in Warren Tavern. This is my old house. I used to live here. My family lived here.
I'm like, am I a relative? Which I'm not, but I'm like, I might be.
Yeah. Makes you feel like it.
I might be.
Well, dude, kicking it back to the early days, like we said, you in Wisconsin, you've said before that your dream was to just play at Wisconsin. You were like, that's all that I want to focus on. And you then light up the USHL at Waterloo, and you make your dream come true, and you go to Wisconsin. And then right off the bat, boom, freshman year, you're on the all-rookie team. You guys are a wagon. You beat Denver in the playoffs, go to a national championship. How unbelievable – we don't need to get into how that went. But how unbelievable was that feeling when you touchdown on your local college campus playing for that team? Were you like, holy shit, let's go?
It was so surreal. I mean, I remember the first 5 minutes of like after getting offered to go to Wisconsin. Like I played at Waterloo, and the coaching staff had come down, and I got offered in the morning. I think it was like a Tuesday, and I told them I need to think about it, which I didn't. I just wanted to call my parents and let them know before they
I can't believe
knew.
you said that, dude. Yeah.
And it was so cool, man. I had the 3 years in Waterloo, so I had to wait and wait for myself to kind of mature a little bit and develop my game to the point where they felt like it was ready for me to come in and be effective. And I accomplished that goal and moved on and got to Wisconsin. I mean, my entire life up until that moment had been Wisconsin hockey. I mean, that's all I really knew. I didn't really follow NHL teams, kind of, but not really. Wisconsin was like, it was attainable, like as a kid, like you could go to the meet and greets, and I got the signings, I got the books with all the signatures on there. Like I knew every player growing up. And like, when you get closer to that stage, you start running into these old heroes of yours, Adam Burrish and Brad Winchester, and all these old guys that were Madison guys. They were my idols growing up. There was another guy that I had worked with actually at the construction site, Kevin Ulansky. He actually played at Denver, won a national championship 2 years in a row. But just kind of everything leading up until that moment is I was kind of meeting these like little heroes of mine, and getting a chance to actually like be on campus and actually feel it. You get the free gear, and then you're going to class, and you're like, what is happening?
Everyone
Like,
loves you. Yeah.
it was incredible, man. It's you look at the attendance, like the first game, there was probably 14, 15,000 in the stands.
That's insane.
I look up, I mean, I looked up at my old seats. My uncle had season tickets.
God,
and
that's so cool.
Hell yeah.
I remember the first moment, like our first game when I was on campus, is like, I went out to the blue line, and I don't know if I started that game or not, but like we all stand on the blue line.
In your memory, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I don't know. I don't know. I was playing with Jeffrey on, so like maybe,
fair.
we did. I was like, but I remember stopping at the blue line, and I looked up at like where our old seats were. I'm like, this is insane. We're playing CC in my first series. I'm like,
holy shit.
Ryan McDonough blows up like Test Suite or whoever it was on the side. I'm like, this is incredible.
Yeah, here you are.
It was surreal. Yeah.
Dude, CP, can we talk about the odds that how amazing the odds must have been of guessing that two guys from that construction site would make it to the NHL?
Dude, yeah, that's actually so
or play D1 hockey, like win a natty,
right.
Go to Wisconsin,
Like,
give me a break.
Fuck? That's outrageous.
insane.
There was actually three. There was two other guys. The guy was.
You're
working for,
fucking
Chad
kidding me,
Stoffaker.
dude.
I'm dead serious, man.
What
So
is this
Chad
construction
Stoffaker,
company?
This is such a small world. So Chad Stoffaker, it was Stoffaker Construction. But Chad Stoffaker had played D1 at Wisconsin, and then his brother Luke Stoffaker played at UMD and played pro as well. So like these two guys, they're from Sun Prairie, like right outside of Wisconsin, but they were kind of idols of mine too. And like, it's just everything kind of came full circle.
This is the summer training program, dude. Everyone's trying to find the right program. You just literally go work construction here. You're good. You're going.
We've got the U.S. development program, and we've got the Stoffaker construction program, and that's
blue collar guys. We're gonna go to the construction site. We're gonna.
God.
Guys who like to work.
Smitty, did you get calls from other schools? Like you were always going to Wisconsin, obviously, but were other people knocking on the door? Or was it kind of like Wisconsin, and you were like, perfect, this works?
Honestly, like I was pretty young at the time, so I was just getting a lot of letters.
Yeah, sure.
And so I couldn't be talked to, but I have to reach out.
Yeah.
At that moment.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so I was like getting these numbers from the coach, and like that's the only way you could do it. I had to call the numbers and have these conversations with these coaches. You know, I remember having one with oh my gosh, what's his name now? And I'm blanking on his name now. It's old CC coach, Scotty.
We'll get it.
It's gonna kill me.
It'll come to you.
So I was talking to him. He had coached at he had some ties to Madison. I think he coached the Capitals back in the day when they were in the USHL before. And but I had talked to him. I mean, he was a coach at CC for a long time. I talked to him like the night before I actually committed. And you know, that was attractive. I had a lot of WCHA teams and
Scott Owens, Smitty.
Scotty Owens. God, yeah. So he was and you know, I enjoyed our conversation, and CC was always up there. I mean, getting a chance to see them coming into you know, Wisconsin and play, it was always a massive series. Sold out on like Monday morning. And
dude.
You know, like they had Marty Surdich back in the day. I mean, those guys they had some great teams.
Was once you made contact with Wisconsin, all bets off, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I had gone to the high school camps in the summers, and I always enjoy those. And I'm like, man, I'm playing pretty well right now. Like I'm going to USHL, man. I might have a chance, but we'll see. I kind of had my head down. I was just worried about myself, and I was like, well, maybe this will happen. But I'll be honest, like I was gonna wait till the last possible second.
To give Wisconsin all the time.
Wisconsin was just like it was.
It
was I mean, being from the hometown, and you know, let alone just Wisconsin in general. I mean, just getting a chance to go there and experience that was just something that I was familiar with. Was just you know, it was always the goal.
When you think about Wisconsin and your time there playing for that team, what are some of the memories that come to mind, both hilarious and, you know, monumental, awesome hockey moments or things like that?
Oh man, I would say, I always tell people college hockey is so much different than pro, just because of like the relationships that you make in college.
Wow, good call.
I think like it's so tight knit. Nobody has families. You know, we're all living together. I mean, you arguably know them better than your own family at that point. I mean, just so going through college and the experiences that you get to have together. But you know, my first year, you know, my roommate was John Ramage. You know, you know, we went to the national championship that year. I had a chance to play with Jeffrey on for most of the year, which he won the Hobie Baker, which it was just like, how is this happening right now? Like, we didn't lose back-to-back games all year.
Dude, your season was insane. I forgot how dominant you were.
Insane.
It's like I get so jealous thinking about like you're growing up in right outside of Madison, and you're like, I want to just play for Madison so bad. You go there, and then freshman year, you guys are just a unit, and you're like, Jesus Christ, this is incredible.
Yeah,
that is so amazing.
It was insane. It was insane, and I remember. Oh man, I remember like going to Detroit, and I'm just thinking like, this campus is gonna flip upside down if we win this thing. I'm I cannot wait. And it was the whole year was fun. I mean, I just remember we had the mustaches going towards the end. You know, it just seemed like a kind of a Cinderella season in a way, but we were so good. I mean, we had some great. Our whole D end was incredible.
Yeah, it was a joke.
It was like Ryan McDonough. We had Justin Schultz, Jake Gardner, Cody Golubeff. I'm missing Brennan Smith. Like we had like our like first and second round picks. I got our team. John Ramage. It was incredible, man. We had a lot of fun, but I'll tell you what, man, like that team, there's a reason why like teams are great, and like we had the formula, we had the right guys, and like we had the right mindset at the same time too. Like we're all nuts in our own way. Like we just get after it in the gym, and It was kind of a perfect storm there.
Yeah. How cool was it for your family being right up the road? Like, did you take the boys to the family house every now and then? Were you guys just like all in the mix all the time?
Were they doing your laundry still?
No, I actually was doing my own laundry. No, but I definitely could have leaned on them for that. I actually like took the boys like fishing a bunch. Like my dad, like,
hell
he
yeah.
would get my dad get fired up for this, man. Like I'd get the boys, like he'd either come like pick us up, like three or four of us, or we would just go to the house and then we would go from there. But we went go musky fishing all the time with the guys. And, it was actually nice being that close to home because like Thursday night in the dorms, like if I'll be honest, if I'm a student going to university and Matt, like I'm probably going out Thursday, Friday night.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Yeah.
so we get a little loud in the dorm. So every once in a while, I just pop back home to get some sleep and get a nice meal, and then come back for the morning. But yeah,
Dude, ready for the weekend series, dude. That's
it was
incredible.
great.
Yeah.
And like my whole family's there, like all my buddies. I mean, it was just incredible. That kind of made it. I mean, they could all come to the games. They could all see me. I can still see like my grandma and my uncle up in the same seats that they've been sitting in. My parents were there every game. They got to see most of my games. I was never too far from home. So it was just super special just to getting to see your family. I mean, like, you guys know. I mean, every time if you're close to your family all the time, like it's you never really miss a moment.
Yeah. So true.
Absolutely.
So true.
And God, so dude, after that, you drafted by the Preds, like we said, and you had a lot of early success, dude. Like I was looking back on it, and they weren't really bringing guys straight to the pros. Like there was that AHL stuff for a lot of the people in that system, and you kind of come up right away. And with Roman Josi, fellow rookie Roman Josi, like onto a really cool team. So I kind of have two questions.
Decent player.
One,
pretty good
was
player.
there conversation, like what was the conversation like after that second year at Madison about like, hey, we want you to come up because you're going to go right to the NHL? Were they saying that? And then follow-up question was how were you able to transition so easily? Because you had a fucking great year. You're like the 8th leading scorer on the team right as a rookie, So how did that decision-making process go?
So you go to like the summer camps. If you're drafted, you get to go to the summer camps and they get to take a peek at you in the summer. And I thought that was my Super Bowl, man. Like I came in, I tried to be good. I mean, you want to come in and like you want to put your best foot forward. I don't even know if they're skating or what they're doing now, but we would come in and we were running in the morning and then you skate in the afternoon and you're kind of on the whole day. So I always took those very seriously and try to, give them a good look at like where I'm at and see at the end of that if I'm getting close. And I had a great season. I thought I matured in my second year. But what made the huge difference is that I got a chance to go play in the World Championships after my sophomore season.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
And I believe Chris Kreider was on the team too. He was a freshman, and it was kind of like, I don't think there were maybe like one or two or three maybe college guys that got a chance to go. And I was thrilled. I was like, dude, this is incredible. I get to wear a USA jersey, like for real.
Oh my God, bro.
IHL. I'm like, sick.
Yeah.
I'm like, count me in, man. So I went to that. I went through that process, and I had a really good tournament. And coming back from that, I took so much confidence from playing against players that are in the NHL. I mean, we played against the Canada team. It was like all those guys that I've been watching, as you're growing up, 17, 18, 19, seeing all those guys drafted, and then they're in the NHL and you get to play against them. And I'm not even signed. So I'm like, I just get to peek behind the curtain and just see what it feels like, which is like, not very many guys get to do that. And I got to get a taste of it and decided if I wanted to leave or not. And they said, there's some opportunity for you here, in the fall. I think they had like maybe 10 or 11 one-way contracts. I'm like, this might be my best shot to give it a try. And we signed the contract, and kind of the rest was history. And so I got
But they weren't like, you're definitely going to make it. They were like, you got to come and fucking, damn, what a fucking gamble,
like, you got to go and
that.
earn it, right?
Yeah.
Because their whole mantra was that, the road to Nashville goes through Milwaukee.
Correct.
And I'm
Yes.
like, I got my girlfriend. Like, I'm from Madison. Like, I'm close. I'm like, if
not
it
too
doesn't
bad.
work out, I'm close, but I'm going to go down there and
Go
just
Packers,
I'm going to let her rip. But go Packers. But I was just like, I'll give it, I think this is our best shot to do it. And I felt good about it. And we went down there.
Yeah, and dude, and then you were right. You made the right bet because obviously you make the team, and then you were great. So was it? I hesitate to say easier because it's the national, but was that transition like kind of easier than you expected, or how did that first year go in your mind mentally?
Yeah, I mean, I think like throughout the course of the season, I mean, I only played like 40 to 60 games up until
Yeah,
that point with USHL and everything. And so like going
that's a grind.
having yeah it's a grind. I mean the seasons are long. I think in college you can kind of like ride the highs and the lows, and like when you get to the pro game you ride the highs but you can't have any lows.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
right.
saying. Like you got to stay pretty even keel, and to try to, I don't know, be as consistent as you can. I thought that was the biggest struggle, like coming in through your first season, and going through that and just learning like what it takes to actually be a true pro, to keep yourself where you need to be at all times. And the best players, the guys just stick around the
Can do
longest, are
that.
doing that.
Yep,
They're doing that,
100%, dude.
you
And
know?
then soon after that, a friend of ours, a little guy named Flip Forsberg, joins the squad. And
Oh yeah.
is it true? We saw. Did he give you the nickname Crazy Legs? Is that true?
Yeah, I need to know what that is.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to who did it? Was it like Terry Crisp or Pete Weber, one of our announcers? I think might have been the originator. If I'm wrong on that,
Really?
I apologize to any of you. But I think they were on the originators to that because they were up. They're always up top
Yeah,
watching that. I
yeah.
mean, I think he just kind of came up with it. I think I remember him coming up to me after one game. He goes, "Are you good with that?" And I'm like, "I'm good.
I
Yeah, you
love
call me
it.
whatever
Are you
want,
kidding me?
man.
Yeah.
Crazy
Sounds
legs?
good
Come
to
on.
me." I was like, it's
I
like,
love it.
but it's just I don't know, just representation of how I skate, or I like to get after it out there, so maybe
Yeah.
it looked like that from up above. But I'm good with it. I thought it was funny. But yeah, I'm getting to play with Phil Forsberg, man. That guy is unbelievable. I
Oh,
watched him
dude,
a couple
what a
nights
guy.
ago.
Yeah.
He's so talented.
Oh,
It's
it's
been
crazy, man.
incredible,
And
dude.
watching
Yeah.
him, like, when he came, I remember all of us in the hockey world being like, "Ooh, that's a huge scoop." And he's just gotten better and better and better. And he has that vibe that when you go up against the Preds now and you see him, you're like, okay, watch out for 9 because he's not fucking around. It's pretty awesome.
He's incredible, man. And I think the most impressive part, at least from a player's perspective, like I love watching him in practice. If
Oh,
you ever get a
cool.
chance to
That's
like watch
sick.
Oh
him in
yeah.
practice, he'll do stuff on a 2-on-2, and you're just like, I remember asking him one time, I'm like, did you think of that, or what, like
Yeah.
some move that he pulled coming down on a 2-on-1, and he's got the puck up in the air and he's flipping it, and he goes, no, I don't know, I'm just like,
Came
oh,
to me.
okay, so
Jesus Christ.
that's the it factor that I'm missing right now.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
it's all that Swedish candy, Smitty. He's buzzing on Swedish candy all the time. It puts crazy
Yeah.
ideas in his head. It's
Yeah,
not
what
fair.
what's in those meatballs in IKEA? Like, what are they doing over there? It's like, yeah, but he's just such a fun-loving guy,
Yeah.
man. He's
Yeah.
I'm so happy
Yeah,
for his
he's the
success
best.
here.
And dude, not to bring up another loss, but I wanted to ask about 2017 because that was such a crazy run for you guys, and you were hurt with that high ankle, I think, early in playoffs. But you played every game in the final, and that was Crosby's. Was it the back? That was his back-to-back, right? That was his second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you run into them, but you come back, play the whole final. You score in Game 3, win, assist in Game 4, win, playing great. What was that like, as a kid, like Dan said before, who was kind of dreaming of college as the ceiling, and now you're in the Stanley Cup final, dude? Was that crazy?
It was so surreal that year. I mean, that whole playoffs. We had different guys go down with injuries. I mean, it just seemed like Johansson went down with I think he had compartment syndrome in his leg, and Fiala broke his leg. I think that was in the second round in St. Louis.
Yep.
I went out in the first round with a high ankle. We just had so many guys that were just getting hurt. We had, and then we had certain guys that were getting inserted into the lineup, and it's kind of like next man up mentality. Like, okay, you got to like you're a black ace, but like, hey, like now it's time for you to get in and get it.
Yeah.
You got to pull your weight here. Like the boys kind of need
We
you,
need
and,
it,
and
yeah.
if whether if it's just a couple shifts or doing getting the puck out or just creating a little momentum, and we'd have like one of those guys score a goal in the 2-1 game.
God,
You know what I mean?
sick.
It just felt like it was just
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Something's happening, right?
yeah, and it mostly was during the Anaheim series in the conference finals. I mean, we would just get goals from guys that were just, you know, like they would just get a tip on a puck or something. Or I mean, you know how tight it is in playoffs. I mean, it's everything's in front of
Yeah.
the
Oh
net.
my
That's where
God.
the goals are scored, and those guys would just get a stick on something, and we would end up winning the game 3-2 or 2-1. And it's just, it seemed like, the city was behind us. There was something building there. um we had Laviolette, who was
Yeah,
just
right.
lighting an absolute fire underneath each and every one of us. I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
started out that first, I think our first series was against Chicago. They were,
Yeah,
I think
Jesus.
they were number one.
Yeah, coming off like their run of dominance, Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's insane.
And Lavi came into the locker room and he had these things printed off and he just slapped it on the board. And it was all the writers that were writing about this. I think there was like 60 of them or 61 of them. 58 had it against us.
Wow.
We
Sick.
had lost to Chicago so many times in the prior years that when he put that up there and showed all the writers that, we're just going to write the Preds off,
Mhm.
that lit a absolute fire under each and every one of us, and how we were going to play. I mean, that whole series was set when he did that. And
Yeah,
Lavi always
fucking.
had this, I praise him for his ability to motivate a group, but that was
That was
incredible.
it, dude. That's
That was,
awesome, bro. Yeah.
oh yeah.
And then once you beat them early, then you're kind of rolling. You know what I mean? Like you
Oh,
get by
for
them and
sure,
you're like,
right?
who can stop us now, dude? Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it was great. Like, definitely was something building. I mean, it's just game by game, shift by shift, but you can just see, like, anytime we needed a bounce, like, it would just kind of happen for us. And you see now, I mean, that's kind of what happens with
Mhm.
teams. Like, they get a power play, like, they'll just get one at the
Yep.
right time. You get the right save. Pex was playing great.
Yeah,
It gets
God,
me
man.
fired up right
Dude, I
now.
know. Same.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
like,
tell. I can tell.
I'm like living through it again. I'm like, oh man, it was.
we gotta
I love
unretire,
it.
dude. We gotta unretire. We're
Yeah.
fine.
Is that what we're gonna do? Like, are we gonna do this?
I'm
We
telling
gotta,
you
we gotta
guys,
get
the
to the
body starts
Stoffager
feeling
construction
good.
company and get us back here.
Yeah, if there's one way I know how to get in shape and get in the right mindset, it's going to that construction yard because that'll get us fired up real quick.
Funny.
That'll get your mind right. You'll start eating eating nails for breakfast.
Yeah.
That's all we
Yeah.
got there. So we're gonna do that.
Jesus.
I love it.
Yeah, you never want to talk about a loss, but you got to ask: does it make it sting a little bit less when you lose that Cup Series to a back-to-back Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Marc-Andre
Good question,
Fleury?
yeah.
Like, actually, I don't. Was Flower
Yeah.
even playing in that one? It might have been Murray in that one. Now that I think
It
about
might have
it.
been Murray.
Maybe, yeah, I think it was Murray.
But Tanger
think it
at
was.
least.
I
you
mean,
know? Yeah.
They were a great opponent. I mean, it was I don't know from a fan's perspective if it was like the best series to watch, because like we got kind of blown out in their rink every time, and then we had to come home. We had to limp home just to get a win.
Yeah.
But it was, they were playing so good at the time, and the West was so hard to come out of.
I know.
I mean, playing Anaheim, that was an absolute war. I mean, I didn't play in any of the games, but I just sitting in the stands and watching it. I'm like, these guys are legit sword fighting in front of the net right now. Like, this is
Yeah.
like, and we're letting everything go. And I mean, it was incredible. I mean, I love how the refs handled it, and the rest was kind of history. But
Yeah.
it's incredible to be a part of and watch.
It's amazing.
But
It's utterly amazing. Well,
and losing to them, I mean, it was at home too. Sorry,
I
I just
know. Fuck.
sprung my memory when we were just like, it was, and of all guys, I mean, Patrick Hornquist ended up getting that goal from behind in the net, and I was like, man, I mean, good. It was good on him, but we were close. We were right there, and that's all you
Yeah.
can ask for, really.
Okay, so after the Nashville run, 2020, you get to free agency, and that was a huge year. You were one of the top names. You had plenty of suitors, but then you said you get a phone call from Patrice Bergeron, and ultimately you make the decision to go to Boston. You have to tell me every single thing that was said on that phone call.
What did he say?
Because it was awesome. It was awesome, at the top of this chat, hearing that you've got a lot of love for Boston. You fit in so seamlessly with that group, and it sounds like that city, which is so awesome to hear. But with all of these different teams wanting you to come there, you fitting into a lot of different teams, what was it about that chat with Bergie that made you be like, "Yep, this is the choice"?
That was one of the coolest phone calls I've gotten. He is one impressive human. He is truly a leader of men in the most natural form. I mean, some guys it's natural sometimes, and you can tell, and he's one of them. So that was super special. But when he gave me a phone call, he was just, he complimented me on my game, and he said, we played against each other for a long time at that point, but
Yeah.
we'd never actually gotten a chance to talk to each other. But he gave me a little insight of what was going on in their room and how their room is run, and the direction of their team that they want to go, and it just kind of lit a fire under me, man. Like I wanted to be a part of it. There were two things that stuck out, and it's simple and effective. I mean, he says there's anybody, it doesn't matter if you played a game or if you're in the AHL, or if you're a part of this organization and you feel like you have something that can be said that can help us win, then say it. We're all
Wow.
ears.
That's
Nobody's
awesome.
nobody's beneath anybody. And secondly, we fill tanks around here. I'm filling you up and you're filling me up, no matter what, at all times. And I think that goes, that comes from knowing each other, and knowing how to press buttons. But I mean, how great is that? Those two things are so big in an organization and in a locker room. I mean, if you're constantly building each other up, in the pro level, it's hard because guys are fighting for jobs, and you
Yeah,
want to
right.
do well, and there's a
Yeah.
lot of opportunity out there. But if you can capture that with the guys that you're with, and say, you know what, let's set that aside, like that will figure itself out. But let's just stay focused here, and like I need the best out of you, and you need the best out of me for this thing whole to work. So that's what kind of drove me to the city. I loved the city. I loved, the organization and everything that comes with it. But then to getting a chance to hear it from Bergie of how the room was run, I'm in.
Yeah, it's amazing. Did that call come out of nowhere, or was like your agent like, "Hey, Bergie wants to give you a call," or was it truly just like you looked down and one day you were like, "What the fuck?"
Don Sweeney. I mean, I'm sure he teed that up, but he called me. It was like 3 minutes after. God, I don't know if it was before. I think it was after, but it was like right after that. He gives me a call.
Yeah.
And that just kind of sealed the deal. I mean, as soon as I heard that the Boston Bruins were calling, I was like, okay, that's cool. And then Patrice is calling me. Hey, it's Patrice. I'm like, oh, I'm going to
Jesus
save
Christ.
this number right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's the most famous number that's called this phone.
Yeah. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing. And yeah, like I said, it's like it's you were just from a fan's perspective. Obviously, your play spoke for itself, but like it was such a great fit, and it was so awesome to see. Does Boston rank right up there on the top of? I mean, like you played for some pretty awesome cities and great franchises. So do you have a bit of love for all of them, or do some stand out? Obviously, Nashville, the team that drafts you, you go to the Cup, obviously, and now you're there. Must have a special place. But where does Boston rank, and do others kind of stand out?
Boston's definitely, some of the best years of hockey that I was a part of. From the personnel standpoint, how many friends that we met from that team, and
Yeah,
how
wow.
many friends that we keep in touch with. I mean, like if you get out of this thing, I mean, if you can count on one hand guys that you're going to talk to like on a daily basis, I mean, that's a great career. I mean,
That's a win,
and,
dude. That's a
and we
win.
have so many from just like that team and the memories that we made, and because of how that locker room was, and because of how tight guys were. Um, it's just been incredible. I mean, we keep in touch with a lot of them. I consider a lot of them family to me, and we all kind of had kids at the same time, like kind of leaving the city, but I absolutely loved it. I have a lot of love for Nashville and Barry Trotz and David Poyle, for them to believe in me, to give me a shot. I mean, the biggest thing of getting into this league is just to getting a look and getting somebody to give you a little bit of time to develop and see how you do. I'm forever grateful for that.
Yeah.
So those two definitely are up there for me. I played in some good cities.
Yeah, you sure did,
Buddy.
buddy. Holy
I've
hell.
I've talked to some guys and
Buddy.
they're like, you're playing some incredible places, and pretty good, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. It's like sometimes, like I'm not sure I'm ready to give you the suitcase moniker because you were such an instrumental piece to so many teams.
Yeah, exactly.
You played for a few though, for sure. But a lot of guys who have that, there's like, not to sewer any teams or any cities, but there's some random ones here and there. It's like you had a hit list, man, of like some of the best cities in the league. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean the Dallas one too. We throw the Dallas in there.
Yeah,
And Dallas
yeah,
was
like-
we love Dallas.
Yeah,
I had a
great
great
playoff
time.
run
Yeah,
there.
that team was a great playoff run. Guys were built. we had interesting, but again, it comes with personnel. Like when you get there and the room of how it's being run and how tight guys were there, man, it's just like it just makes the whole experience great. You can be in a
Yeah.
great city, and if what you're doing is not pushing the button on the passion level, I mean, it faults here and there, but yeah, we were in some great spots, man.
Oh
It's
man,
I've
it was so good,
it was
so
awesome.
good. And
Yeah.
and
So
I
good.
wanted to talk to you about international too, because like you said, dude, chance to put on the USA sweater, IAHF, insane. You played in 4 World Championships. You guys get the bronze in 2013. Like I said, 3rd leading scorer in the tournament. How are you? And how was that like as a kid growing up? Putting on the international sweater is like up there with the cup. Like holy hell, this is one of the coolest things ever. So how did that feel the first time? And then any just like awesome memories from any of those stops? Doesn't have to be the bronze medal year. Just any fun adventures on those trips.
Yeah, I mean, just getting to put the jersey on. I mean, I remember the first time I put it on, I was looking down. I'm like, oh, this is cool. You get the bag, you get the Nike bag with all the
Yeah.
gear. You're like, oh, this is sweet. And they're
We
like,
did it.
you're going to Europe. Like, don't wear that outside of the hotel. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, come on. I got all this new stuff. I'm like, I was
I'm
like,
gonna
still in
sleep in this
college.
thing.
I'm
Are you
like,
kidding me?
dude, I got like, I was like, I got my rent check from college. That's about it. That's all I got on me. I'm like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And but yeah,
So
I remember
good.
that first year we were in Slovakia. We're in Kosice, and we went to the quarters, and we ended up getting to play against Czech, and Yager was playing on the team, and that was like kind of my dad's like guy. He loved watching Yager,
Yeah.
and so I naturally I liked becoming Yager. So like every time we played mini sticks with my dad growing up, like one of us was either Yam or Yager,
Yeah.
and so it was funny. I actually lined up at the opening draw. He was right next to me, and that was like it was the coolest moment ever. I couldn't believe it.
Your dad must have been losing his mind, dude. Like, oh
I
my
was
god.
like,
Yeah.
how this guy's a monster. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
my dad's probably out. He was up in the morning early watching before work or something. And but yeah, just getting a chance to play against him and watch him do his thing and just to stand next to him and realize how big he actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he's a
yeah, yeah.
monster.
He's a
So
huge.
this is incredible. But yeah, we had some great times with her, man. We went to Stockholm. We did Finland, and we played Minsk one year. But yeah, we had a great time at all the venues that I'd gone to.
It's
I don't have
yeah.
any like stories
Yeah.
that are coming to mind right now
You
for
guys,
you,
you guys stabbed a
and I
guy at a
apologize.
bar in we got into some shit in Minsk. Yeah, it was not
I
good.
mean, there was some great time. We had some great nights. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey,
like,
hey, the team dinners are all you can ask for, baby.
dude, I remember our first year. We were sitting in the locker room, and like it was the first game, and I didn't understand the tournament. It was the World Championships. I'm like, okay, I just got done with my first, I was just coming out of college, and then Paul Gostad had come back because they got knocked out of playoffs. So it was his
Yeah,
first game back. He comes into the locker room before the game, and I'm still revved up before game. Guys are kind of doing their own thing, and guys are like loose in my mind because they've done this
yeah,
so many times. And Paul Gostad comes in, and he writes up on the board like it was like beers on him if we get the win tonight and we're going out. We were going to go regardless, but it
yeah,
was
yeah.
just
A
funny. He
little
walked
extra
in, I'm like,
motivation.
oh
Yeah,
no way. But I strictly remember that we had a good time that night. But it was like
yeah.
after every game, you go have a couple with the guys,
Fellas,
and
yeah, man.
oh man, it's nothing
Unreal
better.
memories. Unreal
Beer's
memories. And-
good.
yeah, right.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
It's
For
so,
sure.
We're so pumped. I know you are too, but the players going back to the Olympics is just going to be so sick, and I think it's so important for hockey too. And
Yes.
I know because we're boys with Ocean. Like he always talks about that shootout changed the trajectory of his career, in a lot of ways. So getting young guys to get chances like that is really cool. And I know it's Team Canada, but I just wanted your take because there's been so much debate about do you add a Celebrini and a Bedard to that team, even though they're not teenagers and they have hopefully so many Olympics in front of them, or is it like, listen, their time will come, but you don't do it yet? What's your POV on that as a guy who played some international hockey, trying to get young kids in the mix that quickly?
I mean, I guess I don't really have a take. You caught me off guard on that one, but I mean, the kids are certain. I mean, there's a lot of. The problem is with these rosters is there's certainly a number of guys who are are deserving. And
for sure. Too many, way too many.
They've got the resume and they can play, and they've showed it at the highest level in the NHL. But there's only so many spots, and the guys that are putting together the teams are trying to fill spots uh, for their best fit for the Lions and for the guys, or however they feel that the team is going to move in a direction. I mean, so those are, I mean, you're filling roles on those rosters, and sometimes like the top six,
that's like the hardest part, dude.
I mean, on Team Canada and on Team USA, like your top six,
dude,
there's going to be guys left out of that you're like, there's no way they can't be on that team, and you're like, well, like, where are you going to put them? Like, I don't know. Are you going to have a guy who just plays like power play and is super good, just play fourth line? I don't know how that works.
Dude, it's so crazy looking at the centers, especially where it's like McKinnon, McDavid, Crosby, and they're like, we need Celebrini and Bedard. And I'm like, where, dude? Like, where do you want to play?
And you're not even thinking of some of the other great centers too. It's absolutely endless.
Right.
And like, Smitty, you're so right with what you just said. Is I feel like too many people, too many fans look at the Olympics as an all-star roster. And you're like, it's not what it is, man. Like, these are rosters. You have to build them. There are roles that people need to fill. And yeah, I mean, it's like Osh is a great example, Chris. Like they said a million times, they picked Osh for his shootout abilities, and look at how well that worked out. So it's
good
you
call.
have to think about those things. It's crazy. It is absolutely
and
crazy.
Osh is a guy that can play anywhere. I mean, like,
yes.
I mean, you've seen the hits. I mean, his physicality like brings it up another notch. I mean, you can put him anywhere in the lineup. He can play power play. He has the skills and the tools for the shootout, and he's a great fucking guy. So it's a no, and it's top to bottom. I mean, like if it's just. But certainly there are like the GMs that are putting together these teams. Like they are in their own minds. They're like, how do we create the best team? And they've done it so long in the NHL that there's kind of a blueprint in their mind. You know?
Yeah,
no, true.
For sure.
I would say.
For sure, absolutely.
So, Smitty, I gotta ask, and we wouldn't be friends if I couldn't bring this up, and it wouldn't be this show if I couldn't bring this up. But I want to talk about November 17th, 2011. Do you know what that date is?
Yeah. I do, and it's so fitting that this
exactly.
I actually was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, they gotta ask.
We got to say empty nets
podcast. In what world do we not? Dude? But for the fans, for the fans at home, Preds playing the Leafs. Preds are up 3-1. There's a minute 20 left. You get the puck. You're in all alone, and you send the puck to fucking Jupiter, right over the net, just missing it. And luckily, nothing bad happened. But how bad did the boys give it to you when that did not go in?
Or was it too like they were like, just don't talk to him or whatever, or did they immediately bust your ass? Yeah,
I think I think at this point, like throughout the season, they know how much I care. They know how much I care about everything. This is so funny because like every rookie that I've ever played with has always asked me about this. Like the second day that I met the kid, and he's just
rookies.
Like, hey, how was that? Dude, and guys would just like turn and look at me. They're like waiting for a response. I'm like, this is an accident, man. Like I don't know what to say. Like it was so lazy. Sergei Kostitsyn had chipped the puck to me, and like I got the puck in his. I don't even know how to explain. If I explain it to you on the ice, like if we were on the ice and you just kind of lazily like put your stick like under it. Well, the puck like flipped up and it went right on my stick, and I was just trying to like push it and just kind of like the puck will trickle forward and just go into the net. Well, it landed flat, and it felt weird and just something. It was a complete fluke, man. And it was so funny because like I went to the corner and back. That was back when they would turn the lights off.
Bro, I know
spotlight
the spotlight went on you, dude. I was like,
oh no,
Jesus Christ!
It was horrible. And I know Sergei Kostitsyn was looking at me, and he was looking at me like, "There's no way you just did that."
Yeah. And you're like, "Oh, I bet you bet your ass I did."
Apple, you know. Like goals don't come for free at this
dude,
league.
Good
and,
point.
like,
I didn't even think about that. That was a free apple.
Holy apple. So he's just like, you got to be like, what? Like, what did you just do? And I was like, it was a complete accident. And then Mike Fisher was on the bench next to me, and he's laughing hysterically. Like we ended up winning the game and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like Trotz at the time, he was strategically being hard on me in different areas because he, maybe he saw something in me, and he was just wanted to. Make sure I was going the right direction. So he looked at me and he was just, can't remember what he said. It was something along the lines like you're lucky we won this game or like, we better win this game. I'm like, dude, I feel the same thing. But as soon as I got on the bench, I wanted to take off all my gear and leave the rink.
Yeah.
Like, I think I
Yeah.
left the rink before the media came in. I think I was gone.
Yeah. Dude,
And
I don't blame
I
you.
was
Like,
just
see you
like, I
later.
was
Yeah.
so hard on myself at that time because I was coming up and just like I had a lot of fire under me and I wanted to, I wanted everything to be perfect and
Of course.
um, crazy. You can't even, I couldn't even do that again if I tried. Like, it's just
Dude,
incredible.
it's funny, like watching the replay. It's you can't really understand what happens. Like it is such a fluke
No.
that it's like, what the fuck just went down here?
Every
This
time
is-
I'm watching it, I'm like, I think I'm going to score every time
Yeah.
I watch it. I'm like, oh,
This goes in. This goes in.
Jesus.
I love
Oh,
how he's
man,
just
I'm like,
every
I can't
every time
believe-
he watches it, Chris. Like Craig's just sitting here like
yeah.
every night before he goes to bed when he's having a bad day. He's
Refresh.
like, fuck.
Refreshed.
The worst part of that whole thing was that like someday my kid is gonna grow up and look on YouTube and it's gonna be on there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But I honestly like I don't even know how many empty net goals I've scored in my career. I don't even know if I have one.
Ooh, funny, dude. Oh my God, bro. I hope you have 0. That would be fucking.
I honestly-
If we look this up, and Smitty has 0 empty net tucks because of this moment, it's now even more famous. This is incredible.
Oh my God.
I'm not an empty net bandit.
No.
Dude. Yeah. You know
But
what?
I'm gonna earn them.
This
It's a
guy
badge
earns
of
them.
honor, dude. It's a badge of honor. Fucking launch it into the 400 section. Fuck you. Yeah.
I may have one or two. I can't even think of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ovi's over here
I'll
breaking
take
the. Ovi has more empty netters than anybody, dude. That's
Yeah.
cool. Whatever.
Hey,
dude. How about 0?
I'm good with it. I wanted to see him break the record, man.
Yeah.
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 I-
Dude, that is so funny.
Jesus.
Well, dude, how about this? Something else that your kids will grow up and see is because we joked about this at the top, dude, but we just wanted to say such a massive congrats on your incredible career now that you've made it official. Dude, 14 years, 987 games. You scored 220 goals, maybe 0 empty netters.
Maybe
220 goals in the National. And, dude, obviously you had some injuries down the stretch, and like you said, you've been moving a lot. And this has given you such a great opportunity to be more of a family man, but just kind of what went into the decision to be like, okay, I'm happy. I've made my peace and on to the next chapter.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest one is I didn't get a contract.
Yeah, fair.
So like I did train all summer, and I appreciate you saying that too. I trained all summer. I was kind of getting myself to where I thought my body was ready to go again, and I'm kind of waiting around until January or July 1st and seeing what happens. And we didn't have anything happen, and I'm kind of just like, hey, we got to be out of our place in Chicago by September 1st.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, we can make a decision, and let's just see what happens. I didn't want to do a PTO. So I wanted that commitment from a team, and I was going to give
Yeah.
them my commitment. So it kind of goes hand in hand, and it just, it didn't end up happening. And, with where my body's at right now, I feel great. My son's at
Be
such a
happy,
fun
yeah.
level. He's 2.5 years old. I get a chance to be around him a ton more and be with my wife and continue to kind of grow our family. I'm kind of like, at the same time, I'm gonna miss it. I am.
For
I
sure,
loved
dude.
it. I'm so grateful to play that long because it's, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often, especially, where I was drafted and where I came from, and everything leading up to that point. I just felt so grateful for having what I have, and I'm just ready to move on. And that just kind of made me, I almost like almost relieved in a way.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
say
of
that.
course.
Cool, yeah.
But I feel good about it.
Absolutely,
And
as you
you
should.
kind of just
man.
said this, but yeah, and I hope you've been able to. I think you have because of what you just said, but I hope you've been able to reflect because before it was, I'm sure it was like go, prep, wanting stuff to happen, but you should be so proud, dude, of what an incredible run this has been. So I hope you've been able to soak that in at least for a minute.
Yeah, I have honestly with just reaching out to former players and teammates
Yeah.
that I've been buddies with for a long time, and I feel like I love watching them now. Like I just went. Taylor Hall was just in town. I had him over for dinner and got to go watch his game and see him, and I'm just so happy for him and the success that he's had, and all my other previous
Yeah.
teammates. And I love watching the other guys now, and I miss it at times. I definitely miss like being around the locker room. The locker room
Sure, that's what
is
everybody says,
sacred.
dude. That's the part.
It's
Yeah.
sacred, and just the jokes and like every day, and like you're having a tough practice, and maybe like you just don't really want to be there and practice, but you want to be around the boys, and everybody's grinding through it, and you got a common goal, and just pushing the ball forward, and you have a tough night and you have a beer on the bus and you talk about it. And the next day you got an off day in some city and you're trying to get the boys together and do something fun and have dinner. Those are the things that like,
Yeah.
I'll miss the most. And that's where you make the most relationships with guys. And like, just being able to talk with guys and have different stories just the memories that like you've carried from those moments I'll carry it with me forever, and
Oh,
grateful that
dude.
happened.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
And listen, man, we can get you with the scratching the hockey itch. We'll just get you on the sticks here on the show more often. That's how we get
There
you
we
back
go.
in the mix.
It's fine. Thanks for having me on, by the way, too. Like
Dude.
I've
brother.
seen like little clips from like your guys' show, and like you guys do an awesome job, and I'm appreciative of that. I know the hockey world is too. You
Yeah.
guys bringing guys together and talking about the great game. So
Well, we're
you
having a
guys,
blast because of people
yeah.
like you, dude. This is what it's all about, man.
And I mean,
and,
Sway will tell you the second you retired, I texted him and I was like, "Give me Smitty's number right now."
Yeah.
So, like,
that's awesome.
It happened like that. Well, dude,
and,
we play.
Do you have?
Or
Oh,
go
yeah,
on,
go
go
ahead,
on,
Dan.
CB. Go on. No, go on.
I
go
just
on.
wanted to ask if you had. Is there a next chapter in mind? Do you want to stay in hockey in some capacity, or is it like play more Mario Kart? Which is fine too. And I'm kind of
Honestly.
rooting for that. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know, man. I played like a little men's league thing here. Um, the Barn Boys is what they call it. And so
It's incredible.
I play like every Tuesday. We play at like a small rink and a little 4-on-4. So I get my itch there with the boys. But yeah, man, it's I don't know what the future holds. I'm not certainly not closing any doors. I'm gonna take some time off though. Like I want to hang with the
Good.
family, and we'd like to
Good.
have another child, and kind of go that direction for a little bit and just kind of slow things down, because I feel like you said, like it's just when you're in it,
Yeah.
it's always like what's the next thing, and like I want to slow it down a little bit, and I'm a firm believer that whatever, if anything that like pops up, that's going to be right in my life, and I'm a firm believer that it's going to show its head and it's going to point me in that direction.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we play a game with everyone at the end of the episode called Pass, Shoot, Score, and we're going to get into that. But before we do, there was just one question that I need an answer to. In an old interview at Wisconsin, you said that you were a wrestling fan. And if you had a wrestling name, it would be Flashman.
Oh my gosh.
And I need to know the origins of Flashman.
Somebody brought this up to me like 2 years ago. Like an old trainer had shown this to me. I don't know when I said that.
Flashman, dude. I was like,
Flashman?
yes.
I'm like, dude, now looking back, I can't believe I said that in the book, dude. That was in the program, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you think it immediately. You're like, what? There's no way it could be that.
Yeah.
but maybe. It's
I honestly, I don't know. I think it
it's like
was
the Flash, dude. I think it's like the Flash. It's like Crazy Legs,
Yeah.
the Flash.
I like
I
that.
think
I
that's
like
where we were
that.
headed. Yeah.
I think it was something along those lines. I thought, I felt like I was a fast player and I wanted to be, Flash. Maybe the movie came out that summer or something about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I just first thing that came to mind. That's a funny one.
So
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I was dying. That's amazing. Okay, so Smitty, here's the game. It's called Pass, Shoot, Score. We give you a category. We give you three things inside of a category, three things that you like or mean something to you, and you rank them pass, shoot, score. Pass is your least favorite because passing the puck is cool, but it's not that cool. Shooting is your next favorite because we love getting pucks on net, and then score is your favorite because that's the ultimate goal, putting one in the net. Okay, so your first category is, and I'm just so curious for you for this one. Your first category is iconic jerseys, and since you wore all three, I'm putting you on the spot. So pass, shoot, score: the Bruins jersey, the Red Wings jersey, the Blackhawks jersey.
brutal.
Oh man, I have to say, I'm gonna go Red Wings first. I love the Red Wings. I thought that was
clean,
Wait,
dude.
is this? We're gonna do. Is that my pass?
No.
The
That can be your
score
score.
is the number one?
You can say whatever order
Okay,
you want.
pass. So Detroit's gonna be my pass.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Nice.
shit! No, I take that.
Dan,
I take
Dan,
that. This
Dan
part
early
back.
celebrate. Dan early celebrate.
I would.
I just put an empty netter over the bar, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, you
This
did.
is terrible.
It's okay. Hey, it's gonna work out, all right? I've already proven that it's gonna work.
Everything will be
Everything's
fine.
gonna be all right. But so I would probably say them for the pass. I'd probably say shoot would be, and I'm gonna lean so biased here because I've told so many people that Chicago Blackhawks jersey is the best logo in the league. But I love Boston so much that Chicago is gonna be my shoot.
Yep.
Wow.
And Boston is going to be my score.
Love. Incredible.
I love that jersey. I love the logo, as I do Chicago. But having played there for so long and having such a great relationship there, I have to do that.
I
all
love that, dude.
All
time.
three.
Spoke B.
Yeah, I mean that was like a triple Sophie's choice. All three of those sweaters are just so.
I
Perfect.
mean, what are you guys picking on that? How you?
Honestly,
Dan, go ahead, Dan.
I think I probably go Boston pass, Chicago shoot, Red Wings score. Yeah, dude. I think the winged wheel. I think the winged wheel and just that red and white combo is as crispy as it gets. But I agree with Smitty.
Yeah.
Like the Blackhawks logo has to be the best logo in the NHL.
So sick.
It's unbelievable.
They have to do everything possible to keep that.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Agree.
100%.
Agree. Well, they just
And they
did,
do
right?
a
Like
great job, and it's so
they just
representative
did.
of the area.
Yeah. Like their Century jersey came out, and they're like, "We're changing nothing," and I was like, "Beautiful, good job, guys. Well done."
Yeah, correct.
Perfect.
Okay, here's your next one. I'm gonna say originally I was gonna give you a pass shoot score of Friends characters because I know you love Friends, but I'm gonna switch it up here on you because we just talked before we started recording that you have just ripped through Thrones with the wife. So I'm gonna give you a pass shoot score. Thrones characters who make it to the end.
Oh, okay.
Tyrion
nice,
Lannister.
Nice caveat.
Tyrion Lannister, Jon Snow, Arya Stark.
Oh, this is so easy for me. This is so funny because my wife we were doing this to each other like a week ago.
Yeah.
So we're like, hey, who do you like more? Like, what was it Mary? What was it? Yeah, they did Mary fuck kill. Like we did.
Right.
Yeah. Let's be honest. That's what pass shoot score is.
Yeah.
Yes,
The hockey version.
essentially. And so I would have to say Arya. It's the pass.
Okay.
I was off her for a long time.
Is this
I was
a
like,
family?
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what are we doing with her right now.
Yeah, right.
And then I was like, okay, all right. So I go Arya. I'll do Tyrion.
Okay.
Jon Snow is my.
Jon Snow's your boy.
That's your boy.
That's my guy, dude. Was there not a more stable character? I mean, besides Tyrion.
No, but
Jon is the man, dude.
Jon is. He's like this from start to finish, dude. It's like that he is truly the pinnacle of honor. It's unbelievable.
Dude, I'm like, give me a fucking sword. I'll go tomorrow with John.
Yeah,
I'll go
anything he
tomorrow,
wants.
dude. Give me a sword, man.
Anything he wants.
Oh man.
Did you think, or did you already know? But did you think he was dead, like in the whatever season that is, or did you already know that it was okay?
I didn't know. I had no idea. I was
wow.
like, there's no way they just did that. But I guess they do this around here. I was like, what's
Yeah,
going on?
that's the
What are we doing, Thrones?
Yeah.
Dude, like the red
I
wedding.
was like sticking up for him. I'm like, that guy's a rat.
Yeah.
Like we were so fired up. But it was, it was good for us because like we got to continue to just watch.
Yeah, you
the
just
next
next
season. We didn't have to
episode.
wait.
You just
like
rolled
a lot
right
of
in.
people.
Such a good point, dude. You
Dude,
rolled right
I
into it.
actually
Yeah.
every time I've done the rewatch when that moment happens, because that is, like you said, that's the season finale. It feels so
watch.
nice to be able to just hit play on the next episode and know that we're getting him back because that was huge.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Extremely important. Extremely important.
The
Okay,
witch woman comes in and does something good.
Yeah,
I'm like,
does
all
her
right.
thing. Big.
Yeah. Huge
Dude, I gotta
redemption.
send you a pic.
Huge redemption moment for her.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huge. It was crazy.
I got to send you a pic, Smitty, after there's in his blood, like bleeding out on the snow in that shot, it forms a wolf. like
Yeah.
a blood pool
Sick.
like on the side. It's
no
sick.
way.
I'll send you a pic. It's dope. Yeah. Very cool.
Did you
Easter egg.
watch the recap at the end of the episode? Couldn't get it.
Dude.
Did
I
you?
would watch all of them, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Okay, your next category is called. Oh, actually, I called it hidden talents, but maybe these aren't that hidden, so I'm just going to change it to talents. Your next category is talents. Playing ping pong, playing cornhole or beanbag toss, whatever. Fishing for muskie.
I love fishing for muskie,
Yeah.
but I don't get a lot of them.
Yes. What is it? Fish of 10,000 casts, dude.
I love it. It's ping pong, cornhole. I would probably say ping pong pass.
Okay.
I'd go fishing probably. I'm a shoot.
Wow.
And cornhole's a goal.
Cornholes, you're dialed in. Yeah, you're
You
dialed.
won't be my partner.
Yeah.
Won't be like we're talking like one to two beers and like
Yep.
we're damn near unbeatable.
We're staying on the table. We're on the
special.
tables all day.
We're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah.
Are you guys in the same boat? You guys play? That's all we did in college. I had like a flip phone. We didn't do anything. Like,
You know what's funny, man? We have got to the point now where I don't know what it is. It happened to me probably 3 or 4 years ago. Whenever we're at parties, cookouts, stuff like that, and the game, like Pong, Beirut, all that shit starts getting going, I just don't really play anymore. You bring out cornhole, you better start bringing me burgers and dogs to that part of the lawn because I'm not moving. Like that is, I love that game so much. It's unbelievable.
right? And like if you're gonna play somebody and they're not spinning the bag, you're like,
Bro.
oh, we got it.
Dude,
Don't worry about it. We got it now.
Unbelievable. I remember where, Dan, we were in Montana. That kid, remember that dude, AJ? No, not AJ, obviously, but he had initials.
Yeah.
But some kid, Smitty, he was spun the bag in front of me, and I was a novice, dude. I didn't know. And I was like, what is this guy doing? He's like frisbeeing the bag. And he was like, you are an idiot, dude. And then he showed me the way. He showed me the light. And now, dude, of course I spin the bag. And if you don't spin the bag, I judge you. And it's that simple.
That's what you do. You just adapt and overcome.
Yes.
You just recalibrated with whatever you just showed you. We're gonna beat him at his own game.
like, oh
Don't
my
worry about it. Give me 5 minutes.
Do you ever watch that shit on ESPN? Like literally the tournaments. Those dudes are so dialed. It's insane. I've never seen anything like it.
Well, at first I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we watching? And then I'm like, okay, these guys
I'm learning, dude.
And then I'm like
learning
watching for the first. I'm watching for 30 minutes. I'm like, these guys are unbelievable.
Yeah, you get fixated when they're just dunking every single bag, and you're like, all right, this is pretty entertaining. Let's be honest.
Oh my god! But
Speaking of like random events on ESPN, have you guys seen this dart championship?
Yes, it's
Is this not the most like electric thing that's going on?
It's
Did you see
utterly
the wasp?
electric, dude.
Did you see
It's
the wasp
fucking
right on
crazy.
the guy's face the other night?
No.
Dude, this guy's mid dart and a wasp is like right here, and he
You're
doesn't
joking.
care. He's like, bang, triple 20. No, I swear to
We're gonna
God,
make
dude,
it.
I'll send you the pic. It's outrageous.
No way.
They're locked in.
Jesus
Insane.
Christ.
It's incredible. They have walkout songs, everything. Like,
Yeah.
where are they doing these things? Is it in Europe or
That's a
like?
good question.
Like
It's I need to know. Actually, we got to look that up after this. Like, is there a
them
city
in
that's
Madison Square
known
Garden.
for the dart championship? Yeah, exactly.
There's only been one other guy that I've played with that has talked about this, and it's Nick Foligno, and he has talked about the dart championship.
Yeah.
It is like he loves it. He loves watching it.
That's so sick.
Fliggy being dialed into that makes a lot of
yeah,
sense. I feel like
not
Fliggy's a big
surprising.
Pete Weber guy too. Like he's just obscure
Yeah.
sports.
Pete Weber. Oh
Dude,
my god!
what a legend.
What a legend.
Smitty, being in making the Nashville thing permanent, what does that do to our muskie fishing moving forward? Because I feel like
True.
that's something we can't. We got to.
He's a catfish guy now.
Trip or something. Yeah.
So honestly, like maybe I don't know. So we have our place up in Wisconsin still.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
And so my dad's up there with our boat, and he's he's holding the reins. So we still got our place. We still got slip on the
Good.
water. But yeah,
I want to go out with you, dude. We fish.
I know.
We fish here. We're in Maine right now, and it's
Okay.
bass. We get the striped bass.
Yeah.
And the bluefish, bluefish kind of run end of summer. But dude, I love you. Just give me the rod, dude. We built our own rods. Like I have this rod I built with our bare hands. I go out there. I sit out there for 3 hours, catch nothing, and come back and be like, this best night I've ever had in my whole
you
life.
guys do it all, eh?
Yeah.
I read a little bit about you guys. You guys are writing scripts and making your
Yeah.
own rods, and
Yeah, it's chaos.
you guys are
dude.
unbelievable, man.
We're all construction workers too.
Working
apparently.
construction.
Yeah, you got put doing construction. I love it, man. Jack of all trades.
Yeah, you gotta be. You gotta be.
All right, Smitty, we're gonna hit you with your last one now. Last pass
Hardest
shoot
one,
score.
too.
Yeah,
Hardest one, too.
this is a special one for sure. This is gonna be Tula's Halloween costumes. Pass shoot score. Rafiki and Simba, Bo Peep, or the Lobster.
Oh man. I would probably go. I'd probably go Bo Peep.
Pass. Okay.
I would go pass.
Fuck, that one was
Bo
so
Peep.
good,
Bo
dude.
Peep was cute. Bo Peep was cute. But I would say Bo Peep. What was the other one?
The Lobster and Rafiki and
The
Simba.
Lion King one, yeah.
Yeah, the Lion King.
Lion and Rafiki is probably going to be my shoot, and the Lobster will be the score.
Lobster
The
was all
lobster
time.
was all time, dude.
It was all time.
It's so funny. It is so
and she's
funny.
like a statue.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
doesn't move. I don't know what. Do your dogs? Do you guys have dogs?
Not
No.
at the moment, but we've always
Yeah,
had dogs,
yeah.
and we will.
Yeah.
We will soon. Yeah.
You put it. She's food motivated dog. She could care less about a ball.
Yeah.
And we'll put food in front of her. She won't even move to it. Like it's.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, just gather around. Let's get the pick. Tula's pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's I'd probably say the Lobster.
Dude, and she has had some tough. That was hard to narrow down, dude. Like the sushi roll when she was a puppy.
The
was
puppy
sick.
sushi roll was just
yeah.
that was like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god, dude.
We did
So
we did
funny.
one like kind of Game of Thrones style. So we did it's one of my last year here in Nashville. We did my wife was a dragon and she was the princess. So she had like the little hat on and everything. I was like, that was pretty
That's
good,
good.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's had some good ones.
She's famous, man. Like for people who don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Tula the Golden's got her own Instagram. I mean, this is just it's unbelievable.
Yeah, my wife runs that and she does a great job.
It's
with it,
perfect.
so.
I liked the Max from The Grinch because it's subtle, it's simple, but
that's a
it's
good one.
like if you know what it is, you're like, oh my god, I love that movie so much.
Yeah.
So that was really sick.
So do I. They made a new one too.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
too long ago, a couple years
That's
ago.
right.
Or,
Yep.
Like it's awesome. But the Max is classic.
So perfect.
You get
Yeah.
the little antler on there.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
It's hard to beat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
hard to
it was
beat.
so good, dude.
What's the best Christmas movie, boys? I gotta ask. We were talking about it.
There's an answer that I know Dan and I are going to agree on, but this
Which
we
is
recently
bullshit,
found this
by the
movie.
way, dude, because I found this movie and showed it to
Yeah,
you,
you
and now
did.
you got to glob onto it. And
Dude,
but
and
I
Smitty,
get it.
I didn't even know it was a Christmas movie. Dan was like, "Hey, we got to watch this movie. It's going to be awesome." And I was like, "All right, dude." I thought he was on his bullshit of like, "Here's some."
Well, no,
foreign
I watched it.
thing.
I watched
Yeah,
it,
okay.
and then I texted you, and I was like, "This is the best Christmas movie I've ever seen in my entire life." And you were like, "You're out of your mind."
Yeah, whatever, dude. And then I watched it, and I was like, "Oh, he's actually right."
Yeah. So
What is it?
Our favorite Christmas movie is Klaus. It came out in like 2018 on Netflix. And have you seen it?
Oh, it's
Dude.
awesome. I
It's
love it.
fucking it's
Kills
fucking
me.
incredible, man. Like it is tears every time I watch it. The Christmas spirit is just so real in it. It's so funny. It's so amazing. The music is great. It's perfect. It's a perfect movie.
Before I had seen that, it was Jim Carrey's Grinch, though. For me, I'm such a sucker for that story, and I love Jim
So
Carrey, and I was
good.
like, "This is perfect."
That is
It's
all time.
such a good one.
What is yours?
Man, I love Klaus. I'd say one that like has not been said. I will say this: Jack Frost
Oh, dude,
with Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
what a snipe, dude!
That
I
one
love
gets
that
me
pick.
too. I'm like,
I
oh, that's
love
kind of
that
off
pick.
the cuff, but it's
Yeah,
Dude,
that one's good.
jazz musician Michael Keaton and Jack Frost. Like
Yeah,
that's
nice
that's
call,
special stuff, dude.
Oh yeah.
But also Love. I love that you just said Love Actually. Love Actually gets a lot of jealous hate. I feel like with people, and it drives me nuts. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie. We try to watch it every Christmas. That and like 4 Christmases. We try to watch all
dude.
the classics.
Smitty, my girlfriend loves Four Christmases. She'll say these like deep cut movie quotes to me, and we always talk in movie quotes. So she'll be like, "Do you know what that's from?" And if I don't know right away, I'm just like, "Four Christmases," and she's like,
Yeah.
Because
the same one.
yeah, it's like that's all she'll ever quote.
Where'd you find an Xbox for $10?
Yeah, dude, Tim McGraw,
Oh, yeah.
so funny.
He's great in that.
God, dude, that movie's awesome. We just watched it. We just watched it 2 nights ago.
Anytime someone starts puking or dry heaving, that's my go-to is the Four Christmases. He's like, if she's going to puke, I'm going to puke. So good.
I love it.
Amazing.
All
So
right. Well, Smitty, we have taken up enough of your time, dude. This has been a fucking blast. We can't thank you enough for popping on. Before we let you go and cut you loose, is there anything you want to plug, anything you want to shout out?
I got nothing right now, man. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It's got a fresh start for the New Year, so make it count.
Hell yeah. I absolutely love it.
I love it,
Well,
dude. And hey, dude, for the third time, massive congrats, man.
Yes.
Hey, thanks,
Unbelievable.
boys.
Massive thank you to Craig Smith. What an absolute gem of a person, Dan. I was blown away. I could have talked to him for hours. I want to move in with him. I want to go live with him and then be best friends and hang out in Nashville every day for the rest of my life. That's how I feel right now.
Finding out he lives in Nashville, given that we go to Nashville so often, was the best news ever because he's retired. He needs a couple of new boys. He's got us. We're going to fucking kick it all the time.
Also, absolute stud.
He's one of the most handsome people I've ever seen in my entire life. It's fucking insane.
It's
hard to look at him.
I'm coming off Heated Rivalry. I got Craig. There's like the hottest dudes I've ever seen, all in my face all the time. It's incredible, dude.
It's absolutely
I'm just going to
nonsense.
stay on this trip.
No, but unreal career and just an unreal dude. Beautiful stuff. I think it's time, boys, that we jump into a beer league hotline. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, we got here. In our league, if you get too many PIMs, your team gets points deducted from the season total. We've lost 2 to 3 points in each of the last 5 seasons, and it's been the reason we missed playoffs. Every year, the guys say we'll be better, but we are currently 2 games into the season, and we have 35 PIMs. What can the boys do to fix this? Should the high PIM people pay more? Do I need to find a new team? By the way, half the team is family, and those are the guys taking all the penalties, even though they are the nicest guys off the ice.
Chris, they're playing with the O'Doyles. They're playing with the O'Doyles. The O'Doyle family is on this hockey team.
Dude.
This is unbelievable.
35 PIMs?
First of all, what do we think about this rule? I think I love it.
Dude, okay, thank you for taking it all the way back there. Me too. Because
this is
I
cool.
need to see the sliding scale. I want to see what it is. Because if it's too harsh, I'm kind of like, all right, actually, I don't even know if I care. I think this might be awesome since it is beer league. Like, I think penalties are an important part of real hockey where you're like, that was a smart penalty, whatever. But in beer league, I'm kind of like, I don't think anyone needs to take one, ever.
Yeah.
You have an occasional accidental trip, but like otherwise, what are we doing?
The occasional accidental trip or a hold feel like one and the same. You know, you're a little flat-footed. You're thinking about the beers in the locker room.
Yep.
Someone turns you. You just give them a little hook or a little grab. That's fine. But any other penalty, I'm like, what are we doing out here? When guys get like roughing penalties, I'm like, dude, stop. Yeah. So I love this. I love that move. And I also, whoever sent this in, whoever wrote this, the wheels are turning already. I like it. This person has ideas already. I love the idea. It's almost like kangaroo court. Remember back in the day on teams, you'd have kangaroo court. You did something stupid, you had to pay a fine. Make guys pay fines for penalties. Like, don't even do it's like, at the end of the season you have to pay more. Like, it's immediately you put it in the pot. You take a penalty in this league, $20. Immediately.
Agree, Dan, weekly, because you can, well, I guess not every rink is perfect like ours that has the bar, but you roll that right in. Like, if you have a big penalty day, I'm like, oh, Buffalo bites tonight, boys. Buffalo bites tonight.
Yes.
Because I know it's on you because you just took a fucking 10 in a game, and I'm like, all right, we're going up and eating on your dime.
And apparently it's going to be on the family business because it's all of these same guys taking all the penalties.
And he's family, we think, right? Is that right? Like the guy who submitted, he's saying these guys are my family.
Half the team is family, and those are. Well, actually, he doesn't say it's his.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was like another family that he's like those fuckers.
I think he's meaning another family because to me the inclusion of like they're the nicest guys off the ice is like this is a separate group of people. Is what I interpreted it.
And
as.
What's the deal with that, dude? I feel like we hear that a lot in these where they're like they're such sweethearts. And I'm like,
that we could think about. We've got some guys on our team who,
actually,
when the
Nate
wires
Dogg,
cross,
Nate Dogg takes a rough every game. And
There you go.
He's a lovely, lovely man.
I think some guys just need to let the frustration and the pent up aggression out on the ice.
Yeah.
And they can't help
better
it.
on the ice. Better on the ice than in the streets, Dan. What did the Iceman always say? Settle it in the octagon.
Yeah.
Settle it in the octagon, dude. That's what it's there for. That's
Yeah.
what the sheet of ice is there for.
Exactly. So listen, I think you're already on the right track. So we're just going to give you a little pat on the butt and say we agree. Because I think the move here is $20 fine for every penalty.
Yes.
And it's
don't quit teams. Initiate kangaroo court.
Yes.
And then we'll see. Because, dude, put their money where their mouth is. If they actually say they want to stop taking penalties and they start getting charged every week, they will stop. Or they won't, and we go, okay, this is our team.
Yeah.
But we have sick parties after.
And to me, it's funny. It's one of these things where it's like, you can't complain about this rule. If you go like this, guys, we're missing playoffs because we're taking so many penalties here. We got to cut back. Now we're going to do a $20 fine every game for penalty you take. You can't justify someone being like this. That's bullshit. Because I'm like, well, no, just don't take penalties.
We've missed playoffs, dude.
Yeah, we're missing playoffs.
But
I love
it. If you're on one of the teams that's playing against this team, do you think that it's actually could be having a net positive effect with players who are just like, actually, I'm not even gonna mess with this because I'm gonna get popped. So they're kind of like the other teams might be actually taking it back, and they actually might be playing better than they would from the intimidation factor.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
So, dude, if the fines start and the penalties decrease,
and then
we start losing,
games.
Yeah.
Then I think we go back, and I go, hey, you got to pay. You got to take.
I think you have to find a new league.
Yeah, right. Where you don't get punished.
Yeah, there's no winning recipe for you.
You don't get punished. You don't quit the team, but you find a new league and go, we're good here, and then you intimidate the fuck out of those people with no consequences.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
And you come into that new rink, and they're like, these are the bad boys. They got kicked out of this other rink. They got so many picks. And then you're like, holy shit. Yeah, you come in hot, dude.
These are like the bad guys in like a 90s kids movie.
Genuinely. Sean, that's why I'm saying the O'Doyles. You said the O'Doyles. It's Happy Gilmore. Like, it's literally the O'Doyle family.
I love it. It's Billy Madison, right?
Oh, that is Billy Madison.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, now we have a Bauer Hockey blind ranking brought to you by our good friends at Bauer. We love everything Bauer does because they bring me the Pulse Stick, which is the greatest stick I've ever used in my life. And I know Christmas is over, but they have incredible deals over at Bauer.com. Go check it out. We had been doing blind ranking Christmas movies. I thought we did pretty well, boys, to be honest with you.
I thought we did great.
A little controversial, but I thought we did pretty well. So now, as we approach the new year, we are going to be blind ranking the most cliche New Year's resolutions. Now, Dan, do you want to do the number one spot is the one we think is like the worst? We're like, God, you loser. Or is that 5 and 1 is the one where we're like, okay, that one I can live with because it's not as bad?
No, I think one spot needs to be for the most cliche.
We're like, you bitch. Yeah.
Well, it's not even that. It's like, oh, we hear that all the time.
Okay. So that's one. One we are
actually,
like,
this is a good question. Should we do one is the spot where we're like, good, that's a good one?
That's why I asked.
Shit. Well, I think this is the question. Are we blind ranking most cliche New Year's resolutions, or are we blind ranking New Year's resolutions? You get to decide.
Okay, let's do most cliche. So one is the biggest eye roll. Like, okay, dude, whatever. And then 5, you're like, that's actually a fine resolution. I'm okay with that one.
Okay, I think that one.
That's the method. Sean, take it away.
All right. The first one is drink more water.
Okay, I might go low here, Dan.
I'm going to say 4.
Ooh,
I feel like I don't hear that often. And I know this isn't the blind ranking we're doing, but tie into the fact that I'm like, that's a good one.
Me too. That's why I like it.
We all got to drink more water.
Agree, dude. Hold on.
That's not water, Sean.
That was not water.
There's no chance that was water.
That was straight vodka. I agree, Dan. I might even go 5. Could we go 5?
Why don't we? I kind of want to leave 5 open.
Yeah. Okay. Drink more water. 4.
All right. 4. We're happy with 4?
Yep.
I think we're happy with 4.
All right. Here we go. Lose weight.
Lose weight.
Hear it more. I would say I hear it more, but also it's good.
It's a great one. Great if that's what you need in your life, if that's what you're feeling, absolutely. I think 3 though. I'm not. I don't want to go any
'cause I
higher
don't
than
wanna
3.
go. Yeah. Oh, no,
don't-
me neither, because I think it is a good one. I'm like, that's good. Good
Yeah,
job.
And I don't think that that's a 5. So yeah, we'll say 3 for lose weight.
I think I like
that.
3 there. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Can you imagine if if you're talking to someone and they're like, "What's your New Year's resolution?" and you're like, "Lose weight," and they go, "Yeah." You're like,
Good one. Good one.
Excuse me?
Really good. Proud of you. Okay, we got 4 and 3. What's next?
All right. Eat healthier.
God, pretty good list so far.
this is pretty good. All of these are like, these are all pretty positive things.
Yep. I think maybe I don't.
You know what?
It might be 5.
I might be 5 because I'm like, I don't think I hear that from people that often. And it's also
Exactly.
another one. This is one of those ones that's like year round. I feel like people year round are like, I got to eat healthier.
But they
and
say
I'm like,
now this is the freebie to be like, I'm
Yeah.
doing it. Fresh start. No more candy. I'm like,
that
yeah.
but I think again, this is a cliche list. I don't think that's that cliche, and it's a great attitude. We all need to eat healthier as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, 5?
I'm happy with 5 there.
Okay. 5. We got 1 and 2 available.
All right, here we go. Save more money.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now,
Here we go.
us poor millennials, dude. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to
Yeah.
save more money? We can't.
I can't, dude. And you want to talk about being abandoned immediately? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save more money. And then the first weekend at JMO's, I'm like this. Oh, $200 bar tab, amazing. Right where I left you. Right
Not
where I
drink-
left you. Chris.
Not drinking
Yeah,
more water, not eating healthier.
Yeah. Two, or do you want to go top dog?
Oh man. 2. Let's fucking roll the dice. Let's risk it. 2.
Okay, 2. And the number 1 most cliche, most eye roll, most bullshit New Year's resolution is
Travel more.
Great.
that's pretty good.
Great.
That's pretty good.
That's
Everyone
really
says
good.
it. No one does it. Everyone says it. No one does it.
No one does it.
No one ever does it, including me. I'm like, oh, I gotta do more trips. Then I do 15 weddings, and I'm like, okay, never mind.
You know what?
I spent too much money, and I didn't go anywhere.
I feel like travel more and go to the gym are probably my
Yep.
1 and 2. There's always that funny, like January 3rd, you go to the gym. You go to the gym you've been going to all year, and it is absolutely packed. And you're
Yeah.
like, good for you guys.
Yep.
Hope to see you here in 2 weeks.
You will not. And drink less, Dan.
Is drink less? I don't think I hear drink less that often. Take another sip of your vodka, you clown.
Okay, travel more. Pretty good. So wait, travel more. What was 2?
Here, I
Save-
got it up here.
Save money.
Save money.
Travel more, save money. Those are great
Yeah.
1-2s.
Travel
I'm
more,
thrilled about
save
that. Yeah.
money, lose weight, drink more water, and eat healthier.
that. Not bad, Dan.
Pretty
Not
good
bad.
list. All right, great list, great episode, boys. It's great to see you. We're all over the world right now in different places. We've got the Winter Classic coming up, so make sure if you follow us on all the socials, you'll be seeing us down in Miami, ripping it up for the Winter Classic between the New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers. We've got tons of fun stuff coming here in the new year and all that good jazz. And until we see you next time, thanks for everything. We love you, babes.
And skate hard.